Yo, what up, Leafy? Sorry, I'm just getting some. What up, Blue Jay? What up, Leafy? What up, Nim? We're playing each other. We're playing each other, Nim. John Goodboy, showing feet. Yo, what up, Leafy? I'm just getting all my windows set up. Pop out chat. Dude, I love how we're targeting the tight ends early. Love that. Darnell Washington with already a big play. Jonnu Smith with a big play. Let me get the eating gif away. Boom. What up, y'all? What up, man? Fair to lose to my auto draft team. It's more than just an auto draft team. I think there's some real drafts. And don't sleep on the Brenton Strange swap. Okay, so we have that. Let's do a poll. No, no, no. We want to do a Gamba. Start prediction. Okay, there is Leafy, Blue Jay, Nim, if you're still there before you bounce, if you haven't already. There is a Gamba. It's only a 2-minute one. It's quick. It should be an easy one. Hold on, let me get everything lined up. Oh, Aaron Rodgers misses that one. Okay. So here's where my games are. We got the Panthers and the Cowboys on one, Steelers and the Browns on the other, a little on the Brownies. Ooh, I gotta shake it. Get out of your head, Creed. Alright, sorry, give me a second. Here's where my games are. I'm trying to post in the Discord that I'm streaming. We have a third and 11. Alright, I'm not gonna mute my mic. I don't care. If y'all hear my typing a bit, it's not gonna last long. Okay, that should do it. That should do it. Alright, get at Discord out of here. That, I need that. Okay, boom. This is where my Steam Deck is huge. Stream Deck, words. Alright, raffle's going live for 10K. Big one. Who claimed first? Leafy did. Yo, what up, Clipper? Oh, thank you for. I need to mix it up. How you doing today? Have you already done some some PT work today? Okay, here's what my games are. Why? Oh yeah, I need to have this up at all times for it to show. Okay, boom. All right, so I'm playing Nim in fantasy this week. Nim has a lead because he had Scattaboo go for 30 on my head on Thursday night. So we don't love that. Doing okay. Today is your day off. Got you. Sunday's the day of rest, as they say. You gaming on anything today? How's the Steam Deck been holding up? Playing Hades 2 and hold on, what was the other game you mentioned? Hades 2. Fuck. Deep Rock Survivor, right? Which I still want to play. I love Vampire Survivor. So probably would love that one too. Yeah, thanks. It's my superpower, I think. If I was an X-Men. So the Steelers settle for 3. The Panthers game is in commercial break. That Gamba, no one voted on it. We'll run that back. We'll just choose yes. Boom. Okay, we're going to run a new Gamba. Do the Browns score on this drive? Okay, Gamba's live. Yo, Blue Jay, if you're there and lurking, oh, Tyler Warren with the touchdown. We'd love to see that. Um, Vote in the Gamba, pretty please. All right, commercial break for Cowboys Panthers. I'm gonna try to get whip around here, real whip aroundy. Okay, Steelers on defense. First and 10 for the Browns. Dylan Gabriel in his second ever start. First one, strangely enough, didn't happen on the North American continent. Oh, pressure from TJ. Oh, I was showing the wrong game. Fuck, I need to flip those. Um, but damn it, I was showing the wrong games. Okay, Steelers games bottom left. Got it. Bam. Dylan Gabriel second start. Wait. Oh, that's right. Technically, this is his first start. Joe Flacco started last week. Playing Hades and Deep Rock Galactic. Yeah, did you ever... You played Vampire Survivor, right? The Panthers also settled for a field goal. Browns, second and 10. They're going to run the ball. We stand it up. Good pad leverage, gap integrity there. There's nowhere to run. Stream red zone, but the hospital Wi-Fi is struggling, to say the least. What day did you say you're getting out? The 14th? So what's that, Tuesday? They don't call it Newsday for nothing. Come on, defense. Third and like 11 here. Terrible towels waving, baby. What is this animation for the Cowboys game right now? Come on. Third and 10. Already a flag. Free play. Maybe we were offside, question mark. That's not. That actually should have been a completion. The 14th, 2 more days. Again, Newsday special. Yeah, offside. Dude, free play. Fuck. They honestly should have completed that. Yo, TJ gets called for offsides, and sometimes they're erroneous. I'm not saying this one is, but sometimes it's because he's so quick off the ball. Like, he actually deceives the human eye. I know that sounds crazy, but there was one against the Falcons to begin the year last year that was like that. I guess he lined up offside there because he didn't even jump early. Steelers. Okay, 3rd and 5. Come on, I can't believe we gave him that. Patrick Queen dropping into coverage. TJ Watt 101 kind of gets there. It's almost the same exact situation from the play. Ooh. Oh my God, we ripped it. That might be our ball. I don't know if he was down. That might be our ball. Oh no, dude. Jerry Jeudy caught it and Thornhill grappled with it and actually yoinked it from him. Look, TJ Watt. Ugh. Almost the exact same play they ran on the free play. Is this ours? We're gripping and tripping. Nah, he's down there, I think. Yeah. That's what I want. That's what I want. All right, let me get some. Oh, great pursuit on the backside from Alex Highsmith there. We're about 9 minutes left in the first quarter. Another flag. Are you pooping me? Yo, Clipper, or anyone out there, did y'all see any of the Georgia game last night? Cinema. I enjoyed Vampire Survivor, but Deep Rock Survivor blows any other Survivor game out of the water. Really? Well, Deep Rock Galactic is a very good game at what it does in that genre. So, like, I'm not surprised that the devs were able to also make, unnecessary roughness on the Brownies. I don't know for what. Here they're showing it. Oh, right here, tangled up with Joey Porter. Oh, yeah, dude. What the hell, man? Prescott, great throw from Prescott there on the on the run, cross his body on a dot. Do not really watch. Oh, I didn't. Oh, gotcha. I didn't know if you would even just like. Well, I guess at the hospital it's different. Well, during commercial breaks, I'll catch you up. It was incredible. Long story short, Georgia came back, won. Okay, boom. 2nd and 23 from the Browns on their own 32-yard line. Gabriel is going to go to the left. We swing there. Jalen Ramsey gets the tackle, just enough. It'll be like 3rd and 17-ish. Meanwhile, Cowboys in Charlotte, North Carolina, 2nd and 5, down 3, 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Inside the 39. Dak Prescott's going to throw it. Incredible ball. Oh my. George Pickens! Oh my God! Georgie, you'll float too! What a play. First off, incredible throw from Dak Prescott because that coverage was plastered. And then George Pickens already with a big play, then hurdles a dude. Georgie, you'll float too, man. It's dropped, baby, from the Brownies. Okay, let's see what we have here. This is that play. Okay, first off, George Pickens, boop, works across formation. Incredible throw. Yeah! Dude, Georgie, you'll float too. Dude, what a snag, too, because, again, that coverage is incredible. He might even get a touch to the ball, and George Pickens' strong hand still just smothers the mine. Dude. Okay, the Browns are punting it back to the Steelers. That's here. Gorgeous punt. We are going to return it, and we're going to be able to get something. Good cutback. Oh, my God. This is probably to the crib. This is to the crib. You got him. It's just the punter. No, the punter holds him up just enough to let the gain come. No. Oh, there's probably going to be a holding or a block in the back. That's unfortunate. Man. Dude, what a return. Bro, we wanted it. Dude, best special teams coordinator in the business. One of the best of all time, too. Old Danny boy. 2nd and goal from the Cowboys. Still down 3. Meanwhile, Cowboys. Boom. Play action. Drag Prescott. Great footwork. That will do. Dude, a blindside block? Wienertown, man. Is it? Dude. That's kind of tough, man. I mean, so as the blindside block started to get enforced, and keep in mind, like, old school football, yes, we used to love that blindside, or it's also could be known as the crackback block, right? You would call it a decleater. That would be some of the highlight reels. You'd send a message, you can decleat somebody. But they're incredibly dangerous. So dangerous. Great coverage initially from the Panthers. Dak Prescott does ever so well. Does he hold on to that? Wow. Dak Prescott's playing out of his mind. That is so good. The coverage incredible. Then eventually the pass rush gets there, scrambles out. Damn. Dude, wicked, bro. What was I gonna say? Oh, so the blindside block gets enforced, starts getting called more, and so you started to see more and more blockers just do that, like just hands. So you used to not only run into them, but you would try to like literally detonate them. Instead, now it's more people just trying to put their hands up and like step in front, just like I'm gonna step in front of you. I'm not blindside. I'm just stepping in front of you, and when you think of it like being this is already a dangerous sport, and they're a fraternity of brothers who have to put their sometimes lives on the line to entertain people and make a lot of money. That blindside block, that detonating one needed to come out of the game. But like on that one, he's doing the little shimmy shimmy cocoa puff. What is he supposed to do? Cowboys wound up settling for a field goal as we watched. Both games are on commercial. Oh, okay. So, Clipper, look at this. Hold on, Georgia UGA versus Auburn. Short version? No, I don't want to give you short version. We got a lot of time. Okay, bad news. Well, good. Anyways, news. See, oh my God, JJ's talking about what I was talking about. I So now JJ was talking about the concept of the that technique that people are doing, the shimmy shimmy cocoa puff. But the rule says something about like you can't have forcible contact going towards that end zone, that goal line, and I guess he is still walking into him, but man, that's rough. That was a big return. That ultimately is like a 60-yard penalty, right? Like instead of the Steelers getting the ball in the Browns like 40, they have it on their own like 10. Okay, but I have the Steelers stuff up once we get the next commercial break. Jim Schwartz coaching Schweizensinger. Carson Schweinzensinger, the rookie leading the team in tackles. Got a nose for the football, as they say. All right, 3rd and 6 for the Steelers, back deep in their own territory after the what's it called? Blindside block. 3rd and 6. We're going up top. What a throw! What a throw and catch! What a throw and catch from Aaron Rodgers and DK. He kind of unbelievable throw. Watch this in a bucket. In a bucket. Whew, that's an elite throw from Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, and Clipper, I'll be your red zone. I'll be your Doug. Okay, Cowboys is right here. They just basically did their kickoff. Steelers just got a huge first down. If nothing else, even if we don't go get a first down here, it helps re-win like the field position battle, right? Because you don't want to punt it from in your own 10, 15. Oh, good cut, but no yardage. This is one of, if not the best defense in football, the Browns so far this year. Come on, Steelers. Oh, and honestly, dude, the reason they were showing it Aubrey there on that kickoff is because it was maybe as perfect of a modern kickoff attempt as you can have, because it wind up hitting in the landing zone, then going out of the end zone, so it's at the 20-yard line. Okay, Bryce Young just picked up like 8 on first down for them, I think. Steelers out of 2nd and 9. Aaron Rodgers under pressure. Please don't lose the ball. We might have lost more yards than him getting that. That was kind of weird. That was very spooky. Damn, we're about to have a 3rd and a mile. Watch Aaron Rodgers getting sacked. Kenneth Gainwell now, and I have Kenneth Gainwell in one of my leagues playing, so he's going to lose a good amount of yards. That's going to be cool. Oh wait, I needed to do the Gamba. The Browns did not score. Choose outcome. No. Sadly, only one person voted. Hold on. I'm not gonna punish them. Clipper did it 169. I appreciate it. I'm just gonna delete it then. We'll just do 1 for who wins the game then, if there's not that many people. Okay, one more Gamba's live. This one's just a 1 for who wins the game. All right, the Steelers are punting. Like I said, even if we don't go get another first down, it helps reflip the field position, that one throw to DK Metcalf. All right. Browns and Steelers at commercial. Panthers and Cowboys 3-3. Oh, that was a broken play if I've ever seen one. Wow, what was that from the Panthers? Now they're probably going to call intentional grounding, question mark? That was so broken. Like, he thought, he was like, should I hand the, is this a RPO? What is this? He then pump fakes. An eligible receiver downfield, I think is what he called. That's what that is. Okay, let's do a quick little whip around. Whip around. Okay, bunch of field goals really. Steelers 3-0, obviously 3-3 in Charlotte. Chargers up 3-0 on the Dolphins, who have the ball. Cardinals down 7. I already mentioned Tyler Warren scored that touchdown. We'll show you in a minute. And then the Patriots up 7-6. We'll lock that back in there. Okay, there's game that's here. And then okay, so Clipper, if you can, I don't. This is what happened in the Georgia game. So Georgia's already down 10-0, right? These final it was like a basketball game. These final 3 minutes, really just the final minute and a half of the first half went on for an eon, like an actual eon. Okay, and so they eventually get to the goal line here. Hold on. Oh, here it. Okay, huge play. Watch this. Okay, now this was crucial. Minute and 40 seconds left. They have a chance to go up 17-0 at Auburn, okay? Rivalry game, one of Georgia's biggest rivals. It's called the Deep South's oldest rival. We first played each other in 1892, okay? Now, I'll just let it play out. I'm immediately going. First off, I'm immediately like, he's short. He's short. Ball's out. Ball's out. That's ours. Go, go, go. I'm like, I can't really jump much with my knee, but I'm jumping. Also, by the way, the Panthers, in classic Panthers fashion, they have a play. It's a nice little slant route. Bryce Young throws a catchable ball. Maybe has a little too much zip for a 6-yard slant route. I mean, jugs machine, but you're an NFL receiver. You got to catch that. Instead, it hits off his hands, bounces up. Cowboys intercept it. Okay, back to Georgia. Okay, they deliberate. It went so long. I don't even remember the referees calling anything on the field. You know how, like, in a situation like this, you need to call either touchdown and then we'll review it, or it's a fumble and we'll review it. But you got to call something on the field. That way you know what you need indisputable evidence for. Well, they deliberated for so long. I don't even know if they called something. Apparently, ultimately they called what's it called? They called a fumble, but no return for us. They called it a fumble, but with no return. Okay, so some angles. Why isn't it not letting me rewind? Okay, so he goes over the top. Now I want to notice Georgia punches it twice. First punch takes his hands away. Yo, what up, Ewok? First punch. So we're whipping around NFL right now, but and speaking of which, I need to get back to the Steelers game. I'm also recapping, chat, on the cinema that was Auburn, Georgia last night. Absolute cinema. There's also a Gamba in chat if you want to get Gamba. Okay, so right now there's a holding on the Cowboys on Tyler Smith, great offensive lineman from Alabama. Speaking of the SEC, that they're here down, or it's 3-3, 2nd and 11. This is after an interception, so they're starting with great field position. Steelers, there's a flag here too. Dak Prescott in the shotgun. He's gonna hand it to Jamison. Jameson Williams, that's his name? No, that's Javante, actually, I think is his name, first name. Gamba. Yo, bet on the Browns, Ewok. I know you don't have a lot of channel points in here yet, but bet on the Browns. Okay. The Cowboys in a 3rd and 4 here in the red zone, high red zone. 1st and 10 here in Pittsburgh. Okay, Cowboys. They're gonna send Jake Ferguson in motion, actually orbit motion. Just kidding. He's looking at. What's crazy is, he's actually gonna be short. That wasn't a great route running from Jake Ferguson. He runs the initial part of the route because it's like you send him in motion, you fake that, and then he does kind of like a little option route. But he needs to run the route a little deeper, so when he works the comeback, he's past the sticks. He ran the route at the sticks, so then his comeback brought him short. They're going to go for it, 4th and 1. They're not tush pushing it, or are they? Old school quarterback sneak, question mark? Just kidding. They were going to just let it run down to the 1st quarter. Okay. There's a lot of deliberation going in the Steelers game. Back to the Georgia game. This was crazy. If you didn't see, let me put this back on. Georgia game. Boom. So let it be known. I'll play it. That's the first angle we get. I'm like, that's out. That's out before, I think it's before he's over. Again, Georgia's likely to go down. They're going to go down 17-0 probably here. Dude, stonewalls it, baby. Now, crucially, again, they call it a fumble live on the field, which is, again, crucial because then it becomes hard to overturn. Well, they don't show enough replays there, but so what ultimately happens, though, is it was a fumble, and there's a lot of Auburn fans pissed because they and the commentators, they could only grasp the second punch. So, like, again, the first punch dislodges the ball, or like his hands, right? And then the second punch is what fully knocks it out, right? Boom, they see the pop out. And so when you look at this, if you're only going on the second punch out, yeah, he's probably over the line, because the other angles, right? But what was I gonna say? But yeah, it's the first one. The ball's he's lost control there. Then the punch out. But what they ruled was a fumble, but that they blew the play dead because they couldn't see the ball. So the Georgia didn't get a return for a touchdown. But we start this drive on the yard line, basically. And what's crazy is this drive alone, we wound up going like 70 yards on like 12 plays, aided by there were, and I say aided, they were right calls. Uh, Auburn had one player ejected for targeting the right call. I mean, literally, quarterback goes to throw it, the ball's out of his hands, he's up in the air, and it's a launching at the head, clear targeting. And anyways, want to be in cinema. So instead of down 17-0, could have been 17-7. They don't give us the return. That's okay. Huge stop. We go down the field and at least settle for a field goal. So it's 10-3 instead of 17-0. Okay, and then wait, what just happened? I accidentally started it over. Nice. Okay, well that was, and then Georgia wound up just dominating the second half. Gunnar Stockton's my goat. Oh, and then another great play from C.J. Allen. Okay, all right. The Cowboys are gonna go for it on 4th and 1 though. Here we got a lot going on. Um, this, and it's wide open. Touchdown. Easy peasy. A good old pass to the fullback. You don't see those much anymore. Love that. Love that. Okay. Boom. Here's where we're at with the Steelers. Uh, Now this is regular season though, as he just mentioned. Because I was gonna say we lost to him in the at least once in the playoffs with freaking Baker Mayfield. Oh, good cutback, Caleb. That's the rookie for us. All right, again, touchdown for the Cowboys. They're up 10-3 now after a just heartbreaking interception for the Panthers. I mean, literally with the ball, good throw, should be caught, bounces off the hand, interception. Cowboys start with great field position. Yo, what up, Uncle Joey? Yeah, sorry, I don't have TTS set up like that. I have TTS on like alerts and stuff, but I don't have the command to do it. The people would just spam it and it could go haywire. What you up to on this fine Sunday though? We got commercial breaks in both games. Okay. I need one more. Hold on, sorry. I'm with you, chat. Give me 1 second. Oh man, I'm bored. I'm a teenager, there's no one to talk to, and I don't have anything to do, and my girlfriend just cheated on me. Well, um, sorry about the girlfriend thing. They happen. One thing I can say is, if it makes you feel better, I'm 35, and I'm just now. I'm also going through some girl issues. So, on the bright side, uh, this one won't like this one is not like it's okay. There more will come. You never know where life will take you. Like if you told me when I was down, like real in my feels about a girl when I was younger and in my teenage years, that like all of the stuff that would happen that would make me a better man afterwards, like I wouldn't believe it, right? So like things happen for a reason. Use them as lessons. Um, Use them to sharpen yourself. Um, and so yeah, that's first off. Sorry about the cheating thing. Like I said, I'm going through some girl trouble, so you know they happen. They don't make or break you. In fact, they give you an awesome platform sometimes to show what kind of person you are, and if you're a good person, then that can only get echoed further and broadcasted louder. Um, and then we're all bored. That's what Twitch is for. Welcome in. It's also funny you're a teenager, but with the name Uncle Joey. Are you a friend of Full House? Okay, down 10-3. The Panthers with the ball at their own 35, just inside the second quarter. From the pistol, they'll run it with my boy Rico Dowdle, Gamecock. I can't believe I dropped him. I drafted him in my main league. I kept him on my roster for the first 4 weeks. Didn't do like money. And then I dropped him last week on Tuesday during waivers. And of course, on Thursday, they announced that Chuba Hubbard, the starting running back for Carolina, wouldn't be available. And then Rico's stonks go up, and then he drops 32 points. Very sad. Yeah, you don't need TTS anyways. TTS is a propaganda machine. I don't know. Great cut from Rico Dowdle. That. Speaking of my main fantasy league, so what I've been showing is the community one. I'll show. This is my main one. I don't know if it'll dox too much. Nice, great run, Jalen Warren. Great run. And I'm playing Nim, old Nim, and oh sorry, Katie, I didn't mean to call him that. Um, I like to make a joke that I'm gonna uncle because got you. Um, someone else in our community, Mr. Zactos, he's also a teenager and he's also an uncle. Has older siblings. Has to babysit his nephew or niece, I think nephew, uh, a good bit. So if you have any, when you see him around, especially in the Discord, feel free to ask him some uncle advice for people y'all's age. He'll have experience. I also think Nim's an uncle, and he's only 23. So there's some younger lads in the community who have some uncling experience. All right, come on, Steelers. Up 3-0 in at home against the Brownies. We need to go punch it in here. Really go put a stamp on this game. 1 second left. Oh, I like that little quick pitch. Love that. You don't see that enough. You don't see that enough, especially the Oppo way, right? Little straight. Aaron Rodgers gets it. Play design looks like it's going to the left, but then he quick pitches it to the right. This is their. Earlier I said their defense is so good. That's with the. Oh, sorry, wrong. That the Browns defense so good. Yo, Uncle Joey, don't put your name in chats. Definitely not. Just for your own safety and what. Just I wouldn't put your name, age, and stuff in chats. Ooh, Rico Dowdle with another good run. In fact, if he wasn't tripped up by like trying to cut back and hitting his own player's feet, he might have even got more yards. Steelers here, 1st and 10. Nice. Oh, I love that. Oh, he also had DK in that little shallower route if he wanted it. Aaron's mad at himself for missing that one. He had him. Yep. That's what JJ Watt just said too. I mean, think about it. That's Darnell Washington he's targeting. A 6'7", 6'8" tight end. You have to really miss your throw there to get him to to miss a frame like that. Well, the terms, I think the terms of service on Twitch, you have to be at least 13 to have an account. So you're not that, but yeah, just the less. I wouldn't give information away. I know you grew up in a different internet age than I do, but that's probably one of them. Oh, great coverage. That's probably one of the more frustrating things about not only America but the whole world, and is like as the internet kept growing and growing in the mid 2000s to the early 2010s, and especially as we got to the late 2010s, there should have been more like computer and internet literacy courses, and like that should have been. I almost feel like I wonder how it was like if you were 50 years old and when like the Model T started to become really popular, right? And everyone started to drive, and you were already like 50, 60 years old. Well, no, better not when the Model T got. Whenever they started to implement driver's license, right? And you were like someone who's 50ish years old, okay? Did they have to go? Naturally, they would have had to go get their driver's license too, right? They would have had to learn as if they were like 18 at the time. They had to still learn. The Panthers scored, by the way. Little Tate McMillan, rookie, 10-10 in Charlotte. And I guess I bring that up because it's like I just feel like as the internet, especially my parents, like people my parents' age, it's like they really, really could have used a proper like internet literacy course about a decade ago, maybe 15 years ago. Ooh, Chris Boswell just sneaks it in. That's my goat. Dude, of course, I finally dropped, because Steelers had a bye week, so I dropped Chris Boswell, and then I wound up picking up a really good kicker. Anyways, I think Jason Myers from the Seahawks been doing really well this year, so I was like, might as well just keep him. Not gonna fuck around with my roster on a kicker. And then Chris Boswell goes, probably already got 9 points. So this is me. I think I still have him in this league, question mark? Nope, I did it for both. Dang it. Me and Nim, look, we're as of now projections are projections, but we're projected 116.8, 116.2. Oh, hold on. Chris Godwin's out. Chris Godwin's out. Oh, I'm glad I noticed that. Okay. My team. Holy. That could have been bad. Terry's out. Scary Terry. Ooh, do I put Luther Burden in? Hmm. Um. Okay. We're gonna lock that in there. Boom. Boom. We got commercial breaks on the two teams we're watching. I'm not sure what new metal is. Oh, that's the other part of your message I deleted. I love the name lobotomy victims. Hilarious. I actually saw someone yesterday in a chat that said we should a woman nonetheless said we should make lobotomies legal again. Um, and it's funny. Yeah. No, I really get it. Thank you for keeping your viewers safe, man. I appreciate that, but yeah. Um. Oh yeah. To finish that thought though, like people would have had to go back and get their driver's license. I feel like they should have made some older people like, I know you're old and you hate being told to do something. You got to go back to school, but we need y'all to take an internet literacy test. What to click on, what not to click on, how to notice that certain URLs are obviously sketch. Okay, let's take a little peek around the league. That Puka shaking up here, down 3-0. This is a huge game for both teams, but especially for the Ravens, who have not started off well without Lamar Jackson against a really good Rams team. Puka actually looks hurt. You hate to see that, especially with the start of the season that he's had. He had 40 catches, and he had at least 40 catches, and at least 500 yards through his team's first 4 games. Let's just quick math here. That's averaging at least 10 catches and 100 yards a game through the first 4 weeks. That's insane. So that's here. They're showing that's the NFL Network. Boom. Let's go back to the Panthers, Cowboys, and then the Steelers here up 6-0. We're gonna hide that. The Steelers and a 2-high shell. Brownies in a shotgun. Kareem Hunt, I think, gets 2 yards. Cowboys 10-10, 2nd and 8, easy throw and catch from George Pickens. Oh, thank goodness. Wow, that looked bad. I thought, dude. Oh man, as a neutral, dude, I thought I'm so glad his leg didn't get caught up underneath him. Okay, so first and foremost, the yank back, right? Already that looked bad, and then as he gets to that, like he is so lucky, his leg kind of like doesn't get caught up underneath him and does that like little stretchy thing. Oh my god! I mean, you heard it in my reaction. I thought because again, the bend back looked bad enough. Then when the bend back became flat, oh, I was like, that's a knee. His knee's gone. I don't really know what new Grandpa James is on. I don't want to drive. What? Well, I don't. Yeah, if I have to delete another message, I'm gonna probably time you out. Especially if you're 14. Like, come on now. Oh, trying to give you a chance here, dude. We just swarmed him, dude, and hopefully that's a holding. Oh, we've been missing the T.J. Watt leg kick sellies. We've needed more of them. Great coverage from Patrick Queen. That real talk. T.J. Watt goes over the top. Rowdy. So the Browns will be punting it back to the Steelers. Damn, dude, that looked so sketchy from what's his name? Oh, my internet's throttling. No, why does it do this so randomly, man? I just don't get it. Like what was it? Whatever day I streamed the other day, Thursday, it I streamed for like 3 hours, 4 hours, and it didn't do it once. See, like the problem with doing these watch alongs, especially now, I've been doing them for years, right? And for years they were hard to do in general, but there wasn't like, okay, what makes it harder now is you have these channels. I don't even want to promote them, but like they're literally they show the game in its entirety full screen. 700 viewers. Twitch doesn't do shit about it. But like, people who either show no gameplay or just drop in and do like the bare, like just enough, just the legal amount, no more than 15 seconds, and not even taking up my whole screen. And these other people, they don't even provide insight. There's nothing transformative about what they're creating. I believe a lot of what I do is transformative. It adds value to the broadcast. Um, Anyways, 10-10, and it's so frustrating. 700 viewers just full screening. I mean, do we just do that for 1 week? We pad our numbers, and then that helps the algorithm. People organically find your boy. I guess I shouldn't worry about it when my internet's throttling anyways, right? I'm not gonna full screen him, but I'm just gonna show him more. I mean, if that dude can sit there and like get away with it, and people on YouTube all day, I mean, what are we doing? And then he'll ultimately probably his account will get flagged, and he'll get banned for a couple days or whatever. But he's already gained the followers. He's gained, anyways. It's supposed to be a joke because you were talking about 50-year-old guys going to driver's ed, and Grandpa James is supposed to be making fun of those guys who don't want to. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so then that message definitely shouldn't have been deleted. I'm my bad, dog. I thought you were saying you want to drive around drinking beers, and I was just like, I don't know. Like if I didn't know, you know, you were 14, I wouldn't, but yeah, no, then that's my bad, and that's actually funny. You're exactly right. He's like, oh man, I don't want to drive. I don't want to take a driver's license. I just want to look at clouds and drink beer. This is America. I shouldn't need to go sign a pass a test. Okay, 10-10. Trying to string it out. Great pursuit there from the Panthers. Steelers have a run, and there's actually good blocks being sealed there, and then the defensive front for the Browns is just so damn good. So damn good. That's what I'm saying. And it's like I have tried to do it as somebody who studied broadcast journalism, sports broadcasting, would have literally walked by the Peabody building to go to classes. Like maybe I'm too old school too, where it's like I try to like maintain this sense of, I guess, respect. But I remember, so, again, been doing these. Oh, well done. That's so cheeky. I don't know if Myles Garrett was going to get there anyways, or whoever that was, but I like how Broderick Jones just got just enough of a block there. Aaron Rodgers with the little shovel, baby. Little shovel, baby. Look at Broderick. No, Myles Garrett would have 100% gotten there. Shout out Broderick Jones for that just subtle little tap on Myles to kind of like throw him a little further. But I remember, again, I've been doing these for like at least 4 years, and like, oh, what a throw! Aaron Rodgers is dealing, baby. That is an elite throw. The ball placement on that outside hip where he can catch and then turn up field, incredible throw. Okay, been doing them for a while. I remember like 3 years ago when I first saw the ESPN official Instagram account share a clip of Flight Reacts, right? It was so Sports Center put a clip of Flight Reacts reacting to NBA stuff. So like he's on his stream watching a YouTube. Now, granted, that's a slight difference too, right? Watching YouTube videos, which are still copyright protected and whatnot. Don't get me wrong, but like watching highlights on YouTube versus live. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But when I saw that, that's when I should have been more ruthless. I was like, dude, if they're officially sharing somebody who's violating copyright, at least to a degree, then who cares? Jackson Smith and Jigba. Huge throw and catch that. I should have been more ruthless there. And here's the thing, your boy can get around it too, because like I know how to unpublish my VOD as soon as it gets done. I know how to blur the video on my VODs when I upload them to YouTube now, so we're chilling. Another dude, Aaron Rodgers left from one hash mark to the far sideline, zip. From the middle of the hash marks to the far right sideline, zip. He's actually on the right hash here, but still, zip. I love how we're targeting him. We have been asking for this for a year and a half now. He's huge. Now I'm biased, obviously, because I'm a Georgia Bulldog, but, dude, he's a specimen, bro. He's like 6'8", 270, can hurdle people. Another play action. Roll out, throw the ball away, protect yourself. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Damn, Rogers is feeling him so much. He didn't even think of throwing that away. He was like, I'm gonna try to stick this in the belly. What's good, Creed? They are right now. And if you think about it, it could have been even better. The Cowboys' solitary touchdown drive came on a short field after a tip ball became an interception for the Cowboys. So it could have even been closer, man. There's my dog, Darnell Washington. Dude, I'm so glad George Pickens' leg didn't get caught up underneath him. That could have been bad. And keep in mind, he's already torn his ACL once. He did it while at Georgia. Oh, another little fake toss, quick pitch thing. Where we have all of our action flowing to the right there, and then we reverse quick pitch to Kenneth Gainwell. It is Pride Month. Gaywell. When you gay, do it well. All right, let's get these going again. Hold on, I'm just gonna reset the juju for a second though. Whew. We're farming thumbnails is what we're doing. I'm in a new era here, dude. The real ones know me. They know that I'm. Oh, great throw from Dak. Jake Ferguson down the seam. They know what kind of person I am, and if I gotta exploit this wild west copyright world we live in right now to gain some traction, and then implement what I think are good values that people know that I have, then I think it's for the better. Let the people who want to champion good values get the platforms. That's my new motto. Okay, touchdown for the Cowboys. Brandon Aubrey going for the extra point. Steelers in a 3rd and 9 here on the 32-yard line of the Browns. Really don't want to settle for another field goal. Come on, good offensive line protection. Just nothing really, no option. Good coverage. Great protection when you consider how good the Browns pass rush is, really. Another Chris Boswell. Of course, I drop him last week, and he's going to have like a 15, 16-point week. Okay, let me commercial break. Actually, I should show commercials because, you know, that way it makes it even less sketchy. Okay, anyways, Chris Boswell, 2 for 2. He's got 9 points already. This is from 48. Automatic. Best kicker in the league. Him and Brandon Aubrey. Um, yeah, like if you look at my last week's matchups and stuff. Hold on, how do you do that quickly? Well, I didn't play him last week because he was on a bye week. But the week before that, so for the first 4 weeks, my kicker was my boy Chris Boswell. And then, started off in Chris Boswell fashion, but then just 3, then just 7, and then he's already got 13 today. Both games are still in commercial break. Sorry, word, my bad. What'd you say? McMillan is clutching up so hard for us. He is, and I like that. I've actually seen y'all target Xavier Legette a little bit. I don't know what's been going on with him lately, but I feel like he's not been used that much. And then yeah, Tate McMillan, so he's very good. He's obviously no matter like at this point, it's Mika Egbuka's rookie of the year to win, but there's a lot of people real high on McMillan. Frick. What else are you up to besides watching the Panthers? Both games still on commercial break. We can try to do a little whip around. Hold on. Boom, boom. See what the NFL Network is showing. Also in commercial break, because of course. My mic was muted. I don't know what all y'all heard or didn't. No, not Killebrew. No, that looks bad too. Dude, Miles Killebrew is our special teams guru. He's so good on punt. He's blocked punts. I think he's returned a punt. That could I don't quote me on that. I know he's blocked at least one or two punts in the last couple years. One thing I was saying is that was a violent collision on that return. You don't see like violent collisions that often on the modern day kickoffs, and that one was pretty violent. I was also talking about how the Panthers on the Cowboys touchdown, that one linebacker was put in a rough spot. I mean, he has to like basically he has to use trail technique as a like hooked zone defender, and to ask him to get that kind of depth that quickly to run with Jake Ferguson is a lot, and it's a great throw by Dak. Make brain health a priority. Okay, sorry about that. One game's on commercial break. All right, chat. Little raffle going live. This one's gonna be a big one. Little 7,500 raffle. Okay. Second and 4 near midfield for the Panthers. Bryce Young under center. Down 7 in a big game. One team is 2-2-1. The other is 2-3. Good patience there from Rico Dowdle. Wait for the blocks to set up. Good footwork. Hits the hole. First down, Panthers. All hands on deck. Do I even have a chance to win these? Okay, let's check NFL Game Day real quick. See what's popping on the NFL Network. Am I muted? I'm muted. Uh-oh, I don't want to. Uh-oh. Oh, ooh. Just goes the plant and no good. No good. Okay, that was a throw and a half. Absolute dart. Okay. Um, the Jets. So the Jets and the Broncos were in the early game. I think it was like in London. Question mark. Yeah, it was in London. Broncos come back, win 13-11. That would have been, the Broncos are some people's dark horse to go to the Super Bowl. So that would have really been a tough loss for them. Okay, we tweeted. Go. Dude, Alex Highsmith just enveloped Dylan Gabriel there. Okay, I'm gonna turn on the Steelers game audio for a second. As I say that, we get commercial break. Okay, let's switch the audios here. Dude, I love it given he's a Gamecock. I do not love it as as somebody who dropped him in fantasy. Okay, Steelers game is on commercial break. We have Greg Olson color commentating his former Panthers. That's cool to see. Bryce Young making a change at the line, 2nd and 1, minute and a half. They got all 3 timeouts. They definitely want to try to go and make sure that their possession is the last possession of the half. Good, like that's really good quarterback in there from Bryce Young. Good pass protection must be said. I mean, the Cowboys don't have a great pass rush, but the fact Bryce Young's able to scan. I don't know if Greg Olson's competing with me right now. What was I gonna say? He like hold on. Let me do this real quick. If I did have them unmuted, do they drown me out? Oh no 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 no. Do they drown me out? Let me turn that down to 68%. Okay. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah. The way he goes through his progressions, he's like boom, 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 settles for the check down, gets the first down. Really good play. And then keep in mind, his one interception is not on him. It hits his receiver's hands, bounces off, goes for an interception for the Cowboys. The and all of that time though, the Panthers just used up 40 seconds. That was bad, kind of bad quarterbacking, bad head coaching, right? Like you have a minute and 20 seconds, you're in their territory, you have all 3 timeouts. You absolutely want to milk clock to the extent of not letting them potentially get another possession before half. But like you're now with 40 seconds, still have your 3 timeouts, but you're at like the 35-yard line. Now it might work out fine. The 3 timeouts is nice, but okay. Anyways, Browns game. Down 9-0, 2nd and 14. We're getting pass rush again. Casey Hampton just can't get to him. He eventually throws away. They're probably going to call a holding there. We were all over him. He's like, ah. Gets away from TJ, gets away from Alex Highsmith. We're going to decline it. That's going to be 3rd and 14. Oh, it's going to be a defensive holding, which is only a 5-yard penalty. Illegal use of hands on the deep. Oh, it's on us. Never mind. What? Oh, I mean, I guess he is kind of. Dude, that's Tiki Taka. Like I guess it does kind of get around the neck. But like sometimes you're like the offensive lineman like judo chops your hands away. Why am I still got LG audio? I'm sorry. Kind of judo chops your hands away and your hands go up. Okay, anyways, automatic first down for the Browns. Huge for them. Under 2 minutes to go. They got 2 timeouts. Oh, all right, come on, Steelers. First and 10. Flag down. Free play, apparently. Dude, that crossing route. Oh, Jared Judy. That crossing route has been eating us alive for a while now, but especially this game and especially the Jerry Judy. Illegal shift. Oh, close. Illegal formation. That's a makeup call for the illegal illegal use of the hands by Cam Hayward. I'm calling. That's what my stance. I'm sticking to it. All right, Panthers, 2nd and 9. Again, 44 seconds to go. They're at like the 36. They did wind up using one of their timeouts, and I think they got 3 seconds back because of it, but we'll see. That's really poor. What are you doing? That's so bad. That's so Panthers. What just happened? First off, okay, Bryce Young goes through his progressions, tries to do that. He accepts on the little like check down to that drag route. First off, I think that's Xavier Leggett. Why is he retreating as much as he is? I mean, you have a 3-4 yard gain, and then you're retreating and essentially making it a no gain or a loss. Then he tries to do it's not the end of the game, bud. It's not the final play of the half even. Like, what are you trying to do? Do like a hook and ladder? I don't even know. He tried to be cheeky and pitch it, but I think it was a forward pitch. Wow. What a catch from Njoku. I missed that. I mean, that's a hospital ball from Dalen Gabriel, and he's lucky it wasn't intercepted. He might have just gotten Njoku's hips dislocated, but I mean, look at that, dude. The fact that he held on to that, good lord. Okay, so these are live comms. 3rd and 18 from the Panthers. Incredible sequence. I mean, Xavier Leggett, he's in his 2nd year now. That's what's crazy about it. They're going to run the ball, get a first down. They're going to have to go quick, though. They do have one timeout, but you got to go quick. Patrick Queen. Oh, please don't be roughing the passer. Oh my god, dude! I knew it. Like again, yes, Patrick Queen's come at it. Like Joey Porter thinks the call is against him. It's going to be a rough in the passer, I think, because and yes, Patrick Queen's hands are up and they do kind of hit him high, and we'll have to see how violent or how head to the neck area. But it's one of those things that like as you're pass rushing there and you see the quarterback about to throw, you're supposed to put your hands up to make it a tough. Oh, they're going to be offsetting. Nice. Replay the down. That might be the second Jerry Judy unnecessary roughness play. So I mean, oh yeah, okay, never mind. And now from that angle, you see the helmet to the helmet. Absolutely good call. But I thought it was like the more like slapping down motion. I was gonna say it's tough, dude, because you're taught to put your hands up to change the arm angle of the quarterback. Okay, anyways, 1st and 10, replay the down. Gabriel sticks it in. Great play from Joey Porter Jr. What a breakup. Glad to see him back from injury, too. Clean, perfect timing. He touches him the opening 5 yards like you're allowed, then doesn't touch him. Perfect timing on that. Okay, Panthers here. 3rd and 18 in a mile. I mean, at that point, maybe you're just trying to hope and get in field goal range or improve your field goal range there, but a better ball from Bryce Young, and he can maybe catch and run with that. We're going to hide that for a second. 2nd and 10 from the Browns. Minute to go. A timeout left. And then some. Wow, that's a great throw from Dylan Gabriel too. Like you again, another one of those you really got to get the ball placement right. If it's underthrown, it's potentially intercepted. Maybe not in that situation because Joey Porter was so far behind, but that route typically you underthrow it, it could be intercepted, and if you don't put the good ball placement, your receiver can't turn up the field and run with it, which helps Jerry Jeudy get that first down. All right, 55 seconds to go here. Panthers will attempt the field goal. It'll be what, from 51, 55 from the Panthers here. Ryan Fitzgerald. First and 10 for the Browns. Dylan Gabriel and shotgun. Steelers have a shit ton of people at the line of scrimmage. A little mug concept. Ooh, dangerous ball. Good job for Thornhill from bailing out. Panthers do make the 55-yard field goal. Down 4. The Cowboys have no timeout, so they'll have 20 seconds, no timeouts to try to go get in field goal range. Yeah, I think Jeudy heard footsteps, dude. He took his eyes off the ball because he saw what happened in Njoku. Clean hit, mind you, and I think he heard footsteps, baby. That's why you got to deliver the. What up, Katie? That's why you got to deliver those blows sometimes. Happy Thanksgiving from Canada. I'm going to be with my other family. Much love. I like how you worded that, your other family. I forgot. I often forget y'all have your own Thanksgiving. Oh, yes, sir. Swarming. Cam Hayward, hands up. Almost got affected that. What up, madam? Okay, so here's where the Cowboys game is at. Yeah, I watched the Broncos like 7 a.m. and pass out after that. I'll check in later, man. All right, appreciate it. Sounds good. I don't know if I'll still be streaming, but if I am, look forward to seeing you. Okay, while they do the kickoff here, let's go to the NFL Game Day and NFL Network and see what they're working with. 3-3. I wonder what the update on Puka is. 30 seconds left in that game. Oh, look at that. The Ravens trying their own version of the brotherly shove, but with oh my God, it's almost like what happened with Georgia and Auburn. Okay, so first off, they try their own version of the brotherly shove, this time with actually Mark Andrews at quarterback, it looked like, maybe? I don't know. Oh, no. First off, Lamar Jackson's not playing this week. They held him out. Secondly, that was Cooper Rush. Third, yes, I think he tackled him short. I think he's trying to spin and do all too much, and we actually keep him short there. Earlier this stream, I updated people on the Georgia-Auburn game last night, and Auburn had a chance to go up 17-0 at the goal line. Georgia punches the ball out, and the ball squirms out late. Eventually, Georgia picks it up and returns it for a touchdown. That didn't count. The fumble did count. That kind of looked like it happened there in the Ravens-Rams situation. See, is this it? This is Cooper Rush? Now they're going to do a classic. I mean, why? My question is, now it didn't matter. They stopped Derrick Henry. But why waste the down? You have Derrick Henry, and you wasted down doing a brotherly shove with Cooper Rush? That was weird. I don't get that. On one hand, I'm mad I deleted that because now it looks like there's a merit of it. There's like some semblance of truth in Nim's comment, and that I'm trying to suppress the truth. But that was an impulsory reaction on how false the statement was that I did it. Georgia did not cheat last night. That was a fumble. It was actually a fumble. We punched it twice. Hands get separated, then the ball comes out. Was a targeting. Dude launched at Gunnar Stockton's head. I don't know what else to say. We're not, that's all you can say. By the way, I guess, did they get it? I missed what happened. Did they give them the first down on that one? It looked like we tackled them short, or was it 4th and inches and they went for it and got it? I literally lost track of what happened there. Now, you mean timeout? We didn't get, okay, so first off, in the moment, I said this. This was not. I didn't need the internet to tell me what to think here. Not saying you needed the internet, but you know me. I'm unbiased. I immediately was like, as soon as they showed the replay, the first, I was like, well, as Kirby's like, no, 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 I was clapping, and then he was basically intimating that because the timer was running down, he was trying to tell our offense to snap the ball. But the very first second, the first frame of the replay that they show, you're like, Kirby, what is you doing, dude? This looks so bad. Like, bro, you're clearly making a T with your head. You're not. You're this. It was bad. Admittedly, that was a bad fib. That was a bad fib. But let it be known, the referees didn't buy it. We did not get the timeout back, by the way. We were on 3 timeouts. We went down to 2. After that whole discussion, we were still on 2 timeouts. So we did lose the timeout. Let that be known, bud. Let that be known. But that was hilarious. I was like, Kirby, as if you're not like, now did he know he was going to be shown on the Jumbotron in a replay form like it was any other play being shown on the Jumbotron? Probably not, but it was like, dude, we all see it. Okay, 1st and 10, 8 seconds left. They have no timeouts. I got to be really careful. Yeah, good. I like that. I like how him helping the guy up. Yep, well done from Jerome Ford. Love that. Yeah, no. Again, Kirby, in the heat of the moment, you're in Auburn, and there is a deep-rooted belief in Georgia fans in particular, but a lot of SEC fan bases that Auburn is the cheatiest SEC schools. I mean, they've had so many different scandals, and like my stepdad, like again, of Georgia's rivals, Florida, Tennessee, and Auburn most notably, and I guess Georgia Tech. My stepdad, who's been a diehard Bulldog for at least 70 years, he's always hated Auburn the most. So hold on, I'll get back to that. Oh, great play from Patrick Queen. I think he gets a little finger juice to that. That was going to be a phenomenal ball by Dylan Gabriel, and maybe even a touchdown if Patrick Queen doesn't full layout get a fingertip to this. More than a fingertip. Incredible play by Patrick Queen there. Incredible play. Okay, let's go back to the live Panthers-Dallas game. I'm going to hide these just for a second. Reset the juju. Okay. Steelers game, they're going to settle for the field goal. It's a good drive with a little good 2-minute drive from Dylan Gabriel and the Browns, aided by some penalties for sure. But speaking of Georgia Auburn, we had a drive aided by penalties as well. Although again, I maintain that targeting on number 4 for Auburn at the end of the second quarter, Georgia Auburn, absolutely a targeting. But so I think Kirby's also like, dude, Auburn cheats us. Auburn cheats, and so I'm not defending him. As soon as he got caught up in the heat of the moment, and he was like, dude, I'm gonna try to sell this. But as soon as you see the replay, you're like, dude, what are you doing, Kirby? That is clear as day. You putting your fingers to your palm. Sorry, was an ad break. Okay, here's the games. Let me pull these. They're both on commercial break right now. Yep, that's the one that's the gifted sub I owed you for your spin, and because you were so kind gifting so many tier 3s to me, there's your tier 3. Now I also need to update my giveaways list though. Oh, now, while these are commercial breaks, I'm gonna hide this real quick. Contest and giveaways. Actually, I can do this. Hold on. Boom. No, that's window capture. Just kidding. Okay, we're basically about to be in halftime in the Steelers game. I think there's 8 seconds left, and unless we return the um yeah, that's the one thing about the bot on Sundays, all these games. And annoyingly, it does the thing where, like, oh, they score, so they're up 13-7. Oh, they also got the extra point. I wish they would just wait until after the extra point is settled. Whether they kick the extra point, whether they go for two, doesn't matter. It just sent one and said they scored a touchdown, and they went, and the extra point was good. Like, all just one message. Okay, I'm gonna take a break real quick since the Steelers are about to be at halftime and whatnot. Everybody take this opportunity to go stretch your own legs. If you take medicine, treat yourself. Give your dog some love. Call a loved one real quick and just tell them you're thinking of them. Y'all know the vibes. Leafy with the 10K Dexter emote. You love to see it. What was I gonna say? Poopy pants. Oh yeah, I want to look at fantasy football real quick. So I'm playing Nim this week. That's this matchup you see right here. Thankfully Jackson Smith and Jigba just had that big touchdown grab, which really further juiced your boy up. And I noticed that Chris Godwin was out, so I subbed him out for Jamison Williams. I'm bummed I didn't re-pick up my boy Chris Boswell. I obviously dropped him last week when he was on his bye. You don't really hold on to kickers often. So that's one. And then in my other fantasy league, I'm going against Jackson Smith and Jigba, and that's precisely why I used to be in 4 or 5. I would be in 4 and 5 leagues any given year, and it just became too much of one of those things where it was like, yo, what up, Matchy? Oh, never mind. I thought Matchy was here. Leafy said Matchy, and it triggered the command. Never mind. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I used to be in like 4 or 5 leagues at any given time, right? And then, so by the way, the games are still in commercials. And then you would get into the scenario where you're going against your players, and like you're like, yes, a touch. That's also, and you're almost like, yeah, and then you're like, well, fuck more, because in the league that I need a win more in, I'm going against so and so instead of having them. And so I whittled my NFL leagues down to 2. My only win is against Nick. Remarkable. Remarkable. Okay, I'm gonna go take a quick break. I'm gonna leave these up. If the copyright czar from the NFL shows back up, tell him I'm transformative. I love the product, and I'm somebody who can actually spread and embrace and enrich the game, the sport, help it on the grassroots level. The homie Devin Etienne. Okay, I'll be back. It's halftime in a lot of games. We're gonna turn the music up. We're gonna run a raffle. 5K. No, we'll make this one another 7,500 juicer, and we'll call it 240 seconds. Right. Don't forget, there's also a Gamba. It might have already ended. Has the Gamba ended? Never mind. Ignore that. I don't think you can actually input in the Gamba anymore. Okay, I'll be back. Yo, we're back. Okay, so as you just saw, the Panthers taking the lead, 20-17. We'll go to the game day thing. Hold on, let me mute that now. And music, is the music too loud? Music's fine. I think the music's fine. Rico Dowdle with another touchdown. No! Dude, 9 points, 14 points. Okay, I'm not going to try to say this too many times, but to have drafted Rico Dowdle and have kept him on my bench, obviously, you're not starting him. But have him on my bench for the first 4 weeks, and then drop him last Tuesday, and then on Thursday they announced Chuba Hubbard out, and he's gotten 32 and already 20. I'm going to vomit. Yo, welcome in Tom Love, Tom220. Or more like Tom22, and he has 0 love for the haters. Something like that, right? Did Ibuka... Oh, never mind. They're showing highlights of him. Okay. Yo, I appreciate the follow, Aunt Gabbana. You do. You do, dude. And he got 30 against me. Look. You punk. You knew that. You do, Mr. Show Feet, John Goodboy. Okay, so the games aren't on right now. Hold on. Actually, just kidding. Yeah, they are. Here we go. There's the Steelers. 1st and 10. The rookie Quinshawn. Nice little cut to get like 4 or 5 yards. This is me and Nim right now. You have Scataboo. This is my other league. This is my main league. This is the one that like I've been in like 15 years. We have modeled the league very much after the show The League, where we do fantasy draft parties. Sometimes we've even rented Airbnbs at the beach to have them. Okay, Steelers 2nd and 6, or Browns 2nd and 6 here in Pittsburgh. TJ Watt. Oh, damn. Yeah, exactly. Well said, JJ. He's like, you got to get on the ball in that situation because you don't know if that's... Now, they're going to call that a fumble, but what's the flag here? This is huge part. I think he did. Okay, either he did. No. Okay, they're calling. That's he got called for offside earlier again this game, and I brought up the. Yeah, no problem, man. And I brought up the TJ Watt against the Atlanta Falcons in the first game of the season last year in 2024. He got called twice. He had them called back. And one of them, when you go back and look at the frame by frame, he was clearly onside. He just was so quick off the ball that it like literally fooled the human eye. Obviously we haven't seen that replay yet, but that's frustrating. And also that Steelers players just like kind of letting the ball just chill there. Yeah, false start, send them back. Oh yeah, it's here now. It says Nim on this page. It says 258 for whatever it's worth. But it's gonna. I think that's gonna go down really soon. So I'm not even stressing it. It's gonna go by a lot. If the Chiefs lose to the Lions, I might just be done. You bet on the Chiefs? Okay, 2nd and 6. Gabriel in the shotgun. TJ off the back. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Patrick almost had it. First off, That was a couple individual, like TJ winning on the backside. I think speeds up that throw just a little bit, right? Great break on the ball by Darius Slay. Incredible. Look at that. He's actually on the, he's got the like palms coverage, I believe. He's actually further away and has to get the deeper break. He sees that, breaks on the shorter route, gets the ball to pop up, and Patrick Queen almost. Ugh. God, that would have been so fire. I actually need to switch. Hold on. Next commercial break, I'm switching games. I need the Steelers down here. It'll make it easier. Oh, does he? Where's the ball? Cam, someone. He's gone nuclear the last couple plays. Really. By Njoku, scoop. Nope. Running back. No thanks. Yeah. That's the TJ we know and love. I think he heard me actually say. Oh, dude, I love that. So I was talking to my dad recently. Any given year over the last 6 or 7 years, even if the rest of the league was saying like Myles Garrett is the best, or in some years Aaron Donald is the best, and some years Aaron Donald was the best defensive player in football. Don't get me wrong, but I still would like maintain that T.J. Watt is either tied or the best defender in the league. This year so far, I was actually saying last week or the week before to my dad, I was like, this is the first time if somebody was like Myles Garrett is better on form and like now than TJ Watt, I couldn't argue. I'd be like, yeah, he is. Now, I'm not saying for their careers or when they end up, but he is. TJ's come alive today. Okay, let me flip these actually. Sorry. We'll get these back in 1 second. Okay. Let me flip this. About as good as I can do it, I think, without effing around too much. I think that's good. We're leaving it, locking that in. Okay, now I just got to get my mind. This is the Steelers. That's the Steelers. Panthers. Boom. Steelers. Nailed it. Nailed it. Okay, let's see what's going on game day. Ooh, Cooper Kupp fighting for yards there. Ban him from betting. Oh, whoa, hold on. Oh, on my end, it's different. What? We'll trade Scattaboo for Seed? Now we're talking. Don't think the league would approve of that, but now we're talking. Oh, good throw. Great throw. Great route from Cooper Kupp there. Great throw. Holy, the ball placement on that. And then the route into out. Incredible throw. Look at this. And it starts him in the slot. That's a nightmare to defend that. Yeah, downfall of the Browns and Lions are basically what I bank on. Dude, that honestly wasn't even that much of a route. The throw is so good. Put 200 on TJ Watt touchdown. I called him a dumbass. Dude, you never know with TJ, dog. Okay, 1st and 10, up 9-3. Ban him from betting. Yo, what up, Jace? Welcome in. Little quick toss to Jalen Warren. That's a big part of that kind. What are we calling that late here? Arthur Smith's kind of system is Those like that zone blocking scheme, that stretch. Dude, that late? That's so frustrating. Speaking of TJ and Miles, they got a whole graphical presentation. Khalil Mack, and again for years there was Aaron Donald as well in this conversation. But look at first. What it doesn't show is interceptions. I know one's an outside linebacker, one's a defensive end, right? But TJ Watt has more interceptions, more defensive touchdowns. Um, he has more Johnsonville Brock commercials. Okay, Kenneth Gainwell. I think I still put this other one on top. Hold on. Skirt. Wait. Boom. Yeah. You don't need the top right. Sorry, CBS Sports. Boom. Boom. Okay, we're clean. Zay Flowers looked like he just fumbled that. Now they're cutting to the Cardinals at the goal line. Meanwhile, Steelers at a second and 15 because of a late ass holding call. Quick throw out to Fryermuth. Good ball placement. And the ball placement's key because it lets Fryermuth get upfield and get an extra 8. Like, that's maybe a 3rd and 4 question mark. We just gained like 11 yards on that quick little throw. Called that. I'm all over it right now. 11 yards, 3rd and 4. Thank you. All over it. Great ball placement. It lets him get upfield. We talk about that all the time. Justin Herbert to Ladidi McConkey, baby. Ladidi. That's Ladidi for you. He's a damn good dog. All right, 3rd and 4. Come on, we still got to pick this up. All that great 11-yard play, got to pick this up. I mean, he's getting held, right? Denzel Ward's an incredible cornerback, but there's a reason why DK Metcalf is like this and trying to catch it. Incredible throw from Aaron Rodgers. I mean, puts it right on his armpit like it's deodorant. I don't. It's not much actually. I don't know. The more you look at it, you argue could DK not have gotten his arms? It looks like he could have disengaged there. I think that's not a pass interference. Great coverage from Denzel Ward in that regard, but what a throw! Puts it on his armpit. DK maybe needs to stick that. Oh my God, that was almost blocked. Great punt in the end. By the way, even if it's only a running into the kicker and not a roughing the punter or whatever, roughing, it was a 3rd and 4, so that would be a first down for the Steelers. Love to see it. Wow, it was a 3-3 game, and now the Rams are up 17-3. Quick. As a Steelers fan, you love to see it. As a neutral, the Ravens are in shambles. You could argue he was blocked into the punter, question mark. See, this is where some people would argue that, like, I know my stepdad, and I kind of agree. I almost think that a coach should be allowed one, like, universal challenge, maybe a half. And whether you get it right or wrong, you lose it. You can't get it back. You get one a half or one a game. And if you get it wrong, you lose it. If you get it right, you get it back, but you can only get 2. Anyways, but like you could even, if you're the Browns there, you could like that's not a reviewable play, but you could go and be like, can we review that? Gainwell blocks him into the punter, and yeah, you could argue that, and that probably isn't a foul. But as a Steelers fan, we'll take it, and you can't do that currently. So Yo, did the sound alert work? By the way, probably not. I didn't sign into it before I went live. Classic. What about? I think they just nerfed all of the what we do in the shadows ones, unfortunately. Come on, way to get upfield, Jonnu Smith. Well done. 9.5, 10 yards. Did that one work? Yeah, I feel like they just took out a lot of the what we do in the shadows or something. Maybe they got copyrighted. Yeah, it sounds like most of them working. How's Dylan? As in AJ Dillon? Question mark. Dylan. Dylan. What a quote. Hold on. Mike Tomlin apparently had a quote that said the Browns offense chews with their mouth closed. Dude, and that's what the commentators are talking about right now. Oh, Dylan Gabriel. Sorry, my bad. Um, I was literally looking at fantasy, and well, first off, I was looking at Rico Dowdle gain another 10 yards, and I dropped Rico Dowdle for AJ Dillon, so AJ Dillon was on my mind. I think he's looked good. Like if you're a Browns fan, I don't know. Like we haven't seen Shador either, but there was a couple balls by Dylan Gabriel that are elite throws. I mean, the timing, the ball placement. We're talking right hash to far sideline. You need all of the zip you can muster to so you don't underthrow it and it picked off. And he had two of those already where it's not only with enough zip. Okay, Aaron Rodgers going deep, baby. Please, dude. That was not ideal. Too much of a moon ball. That was too much Russell Wilson moon ball, I guess. Damn, that was so like that. You got it. That's a touchdown. And then it goes from a touchdown to him slowing up, and it's going to be a big play to now nothing. No one pulled. Now that's bannable. Yo, what up, King Rio? That's bannable, sir. Okay, the Panthers are going to punt it. I think he's looked good. He's obviously had moments where he's stood in the pocket a little too long, a little too careless with the ball in the pocket, like not protecting it once he like the feeling of pressure, right? That nuance. But that comes. I mean, well done. 2nd and 10. That play is so tough to defend, and you see it so often. The little play action bootleg kind of roll out, and then that's that tight end or in this case a receiver, but someone on the backside of the formation just runs that like drag kind of route, and then as it flows, you can do that reverse pass. But I have to support all Ohio teams by default, I guess. Ooh, interception by the Chargers. Loose with it with Tua in a tight ball game. Third quarter, 16-3, 6 minutes to go. And looks like it's a good diving catch, though. All right, Jalen Warren, great cut at the line and good drive. First down. Yes, let's go. I love it. I love it from the young offensive lineman. Remember last year, the Steelers wind up losing a couple offensive linemen at the beginning of the year and had to start two rookies, one at center and Zach Frazier, and the other one, number 66, the guy is Mason McCormick. Mason McCormick, when you see him, you're like, that's a guy I want on my offensive line. Not the profile, but that's a guy I want on my offensive line. And Zach Frazier, he's a dude, while at Pitt or West Virginia, I think he played at Pitt. No, he played at West Virginia. Hold on, I'll get back to that. 1st and 10. Come on, running again. I like that, Arthur Smith. Good pursuit on the backside. Zach Frazier, he's playing for West Virginia. They're playing against Pitt, I believe, and that's a rivalry, right? And it's near the end of the game. It's at late fourth quarter. His team doesn't have any timeouts. They're trying to drive to go win the game. He literally breaks his leg. I'm almost certain he fractures like his femur or something, but like he breaks his leg, maybe tears his ACL, but a severe leg injury, right? He Because he doesn't want, like, his team doesn't have any timeouts. He hobbles himself off with like a blown out leg. 2nd and 9. Come on, what do we have here? Throw it away if you have to. Looking for it. Well done. He marshals. What a throw. What a catch. What a throw. Well, that's Aaron Rodgers at his fucking best. I don't mean the copium, but again, another play action rollout. When you run the ball well, the play actions become tougher to defend. the Browns, exquisite defense, actually defend it really well for a really long time. I mean, they're plastered. As Aaron Rodgers is rolling out, you see him do that Madden 2004 flick of the thumbstick where he points. Watch him point Connor Hayward back the other way. Boom, boom. And then elite throw. What a catch, too, because you're having to go back. All your momentum's going one way. Both of them are crossing. What a catch from Connor Hayward. What a catch. All your momentum's going one way. Quarterback tells you to go, you stop. But then it's still even further, and you got to, like, dude, actual pluck. Actual pluck. Actual pluck. Incredible. And again, brilliant defense from the Browns for the majority of it. Like, this is what it takes. Like, look at the margins. I mean, even still, is that Delpit? No, Delpit's 7, right? Denzel Ward's 21, Delpit's 7. Their defense is so good. That was a huge play. We needed it. We're going to hide that for a little bit. We're going to go back live to the Panthers and Cowboys here in Charlotte. Cowboys down 3, under 5 minutes to go in the Queen City. Little quick throw to George Pickens. Again, as a neutral, even as a Steeler, if y'all didn't see, there was a play earlier to the right side. The Cowboys threw it to George Pickens. He's running. He kind of gets pulled back from behind. Not a horse collar, but one of those like very sketchy. A defensive back is just like pulling back, and so first it looks like George kind of could get very twisted up. Then at the end of it, he goes flat, and it looks like his knee is fully bent. It's like I literally start like squeamishing for him, and thankfully his leg didn't get caught up underneath him, and he's fine. Ooh. Terrible. What was that? 2nd and 3. They do like I mean, he's in the backfield before the handoff even happens. Steelers game still on commercial. That's the main thing we're watching. Steelers fan. That's just how it goes. I appreciate the follow. Sorry, DeLeon. DeLeon. I appreciate the follow. No one likes Mike Tomlin. That's just not true. Ada, my boy. Is Ada here? Did I miss Ada saying something? Out of Zargo. Okay, 3rd and 5. Cowboys lose a yard there. I appreciate the follow. El Guapo Jason. There it is. George Pickens underthrown. What? That was weird. No way you're calling that, ref. No way you're calling that. Now they often say that I appreciate Cisco Chapo. They often say that the most dangerous play in American football is an underthrown ball because if they don't come back and catch it, it's a pass interference. Oh, okay, that's different. That's different. Although it looks like they called a flag on the back end. Like, sometimes on those underthrown balls, George Pickens is working back to the ball, and the cornerback does not get their head turned around and at least attempt to locate the ball. That's what you're always heard of, like, referees look for the defensive back to at least try to locate the ball. He didn't. But that was one of those balls. That thing is so far off. George Pickens isn't coming back to that. Doesn't matter, though. It also looks like there's a roughing the passer or a legal blow to the head there. Yo, what up, Zach Dose? I appreciate the follows. El Guapo, Jason, or... and then Cisco Chapo arena breakout on accident. How late were y'all in the Discord? Did it play all the way through? Like no errors? Did it alert the stream while I lurk? What does that even mean? Appreciate it, I guess. Yo, we appreciate the follows. Okay, I'm gonna hide these for a second. Cowboys are down 3. This is Steelers' active defense they're showing. Love that. Jack Sawyer, rookie. There's a lot of youngins, too. Nick Herbig's 3rd year. Keanu Benton's 2nd year, I believe. Lurked while I napped. Nice. So they're still talking about this illegal blows. I mean, that one's kind of... Like, he's kind of just, like, doing this, and his arm is hitting him in the upper chest and then going up. That's rough. I guess they didn't call it, actually. I don't know. 2nd and 10. Dak rips it to George Pickens, who's going to extend 8.5 yards. It'll be a 3rd and a long 1, maybe. I love George Pickens. God, I wish we could have kept him. The thing is, George Pickens didn't get to play with a quarterback. Like, he's getting to play with Dak, who's playing out of his mind at MVP level, and Aaron Rodgers, or he could have been. Anyways, if the thing is, if we kept George Pickens this year, we would have had to either pay him a lot of money next year to keep him or lose him for free in free agency. And we thought, let's go get picks. So can't hate that. Is that Kyron Williams? No, that's Tyler Higbee. We saw that earlier. Powered up Bill. Pickens a crybaby, bro. Well, I think he just scored and took the lead. Sometimes I'll take a crybaby that's that damn good. And again, I'm a Georgia Bulldog, so I'm used. I've seen a lot. I've watched George Pickens push a Georgia. Oh, what a celebration! Sleepy time. I've watched George Pickens push a Georgia Tech defender all the way through the back of the end zone into the brick wall at Bobby Dodd Stadium. So like, the Pickens is my dog. Pickens is my dog. Oh, good throw. Speaking of good throws, and someone asked me about Dylan Gabriel. That's another good one. In rhythm, boom, good ball placement, and lets Joku get up the field. Joku's has gone through the ringer. He has gone through the ringer. You might earlier Dylan Gabriel threw a very dangerous ball in terms of interception, and it was a hospital ball where Joku brave. The fact that he not only caught it but held onto it while getting his hip. You know when like the magicians have the little boxes and they put someone in it and then they separate them? Njoku essentially had that happen to his hip. Clean hit. And then right there take another big blow. No negative. I live in the southeast, so my two local games are the Panthers and the Cowboys and the Steelers and the Browns. I do switch to the NFL Network when I can. Hold on. Oh, me and Nim in a shootout still in fantasy right now. We're gonna have to look at that in 1 second. Right now, the 3rd and 1 from the Browns. Sorry, let me hide this for a second. They moved Judy in motion. 1-on-1 with Slay. They're gonna go to him. Great route. Great throw. No way. Please step out of bounds. Great route. Great throw. Y'all saw 3rd and 1. They moved Judy in motion. He's in the slot. 1-on-1 with Darius Slay. Great route. Great stemming at the top of his route. And then a perfect throw by Dylan Gabriel. Not only good zip, but again, good ball placement. Lets him, boom. Maybe the only better one is like letting him catch it here instead of having to do that technique. But either way, great ball. Incredible route by Judy, it has to be said. Um, Hold on. Okay. 1st and 10. Under 6 minutes here in Pittsburgh. Big divisional game. Steelers 3-1, leading the pack. Oh, yes, Nick! No! Oh, Spike. What's trippy is it kind of started to go in slow motion. It looked like he was going to have an easy pick with this, and then he kind of gets wrong-footed, goes boom, tips it up. Ah! A couple years ago, oh, look at. A couple years ago, I was doing a watch along here on Twitch. It was also the Browns versus the Steelers. I think that one was a Sunday night football one. Deshaun Watson, starting quarterback for the Browns at the time. And we had that pick six by Alex Highsmith. Ooh, that was so far. I thought we were gonna have another one. Okay, good throw from Dylan Gabriel. Good. Can we wrap him? Please wrap him and tap. Thank you. Another good throw from Dylan Gabriel in rhythm, gets the ball, boom, hits that tight end down the seam. Dude, look how explosive George Pickens can be. Dylan Gabriel. This is D1 Open State Championship. What state though? Wisconsin? Question mark. They're on the Hawaii field. They play Hawaii apparently. Question mark. I obviously Dylan Gabriel definitely knew that. But I thought Nick Herbig's from Hawaii. That's trippy. I know that he's he went to Wisconsin. I might try it later, but def before season ends. Can you put yep or no? I'm already level 14, almost halfway to Sativa's level. Man, dude. Okay, grinder. Cowboys up 4 after that Pickens touchdown. Pickens with 120 yards and a TD. Darius Slay, who had that great break on the ball earlier, huge break on the ball, is also the one who got beat on that route by Judy and is shaken up now, unfortunately. Yo, I appreciate the follow, Marv Wells. Sorry, they're coming in quick. Okay, recoil is a bit weird. Or that normally only like right. Are you being sarcastic, Clipper? I know you've given me compliments before, but sometimes you've also trolled me, which I've needed. Oh, way to come free there. Good, great tackle. Great form tackle there. Is that the Cole Holcomb, baby? Colcomb. Colcomb. Creed is my McAfee. McAfee. Sorry. I was thinking what's the what's the computer program? Uh y'all know what I'm talking about? Like McAfee? I thought you were. I was just making sure. I appreciate that genuinely. I thought you were. I was just I didn't know that was I felt really, you know what I mean? I didn't know how to react to that one. That one meant a lot, and I was trying to just diffuse it. I appreciate it. I knew you were being genuine. Um, you know I love this shit. Oh, TJ, go munch. Oh my God, what a throw from Dylan Gabriel. What was crazy? Okay, first off, I thought TJ was going to be able to get him. Second, he lets the ball go, and I think we all thought he was going to go to that wheel route kind of thing down the sideline. And then across, you have that post little. I mean, you got to catch that. What a throw. Holy crap, what a throw from Dylan Gabriel. On the run, too. That's also McAfee. McAfee. I don't even know my cafe. Um. Okay, this is Game Day Live. The Dolphins. Remember, it was 16-3, and then Tua throws an interception. That's me being a bit That's kind of harsher on Tua. It was a great interception. It involved a diving catch, but and Njoku, dude, they're selling Gabriel right now. Okay, now we're being Z. Too much. Now we're being facetious. Too much. Okay, you know what? Earlier, me and Clipper kept trying to do gambas. But there wasn't like he was basically the only one voting, and like we were trying to do it for each drive. Like, do they score on this drive? He was the only one voting, and then I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna do one long one. And he's still the only one who voted. I'm gonna delete that, and we're gonna try the short ones again. That's what she said. Big leg. 16-6. Okay, Gamba's live in chat. For those that don't know, if you're if you look at chat, whether you're on your phone or on PC, if you look at the bottom left, there's like a little, or you can see it at the top. There's like a little flashing notification going on, but you can click bottom left. You click on the little thing, and then you'll see like, do the Steelers score on this drive? Gamba's live. Okay, and then let's do a little wraparound coverage here. Cowboys up 4. We're about to go into the fourth quarter here. Panthers with the ball. Enrico Dowdle just got the rock. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that I can't believe I dropped him. After all that time, I kept him, and I kept him, and I kept him, and then I dropped him. Panthers 1st and 10 in Dallas territory. Rico Dowdle, great blocking. I mean, dude, he can literally. That was almost like Le'Veon Bell. That patience, the blocking, incredible. He doesn't get even close to being touched until he's 6 yards past the line of scrimmage. Those Panthers jerseys are fire. That blue with the matte black, so sick. I fuck with that heavy. Quickly, let's see what's up in the other. Hold on, I don't want to hear this. Oh. Yo, I really do appreciate that, Clipper. And you know I'm thinking about you, dog. Got this. All right, me and Nim. I don't like it. Who scored for him that made it spooky? Oh, he's got Pickens. No. Okay, Nim with Pickens already has 30 from Scadaboo. We got 25 from Jackson Smith in Jigba. We got 4 people out. 4 people out. Wicked. In my other league, my main league. Oh, this is gone. Hell in a handbasket. Okay, I have Tyler Warren. He's really all that's doing it for me. Derrick Henry for him. And Jigba again. Me have him in one league, going against him in another. We have our Pookie Monday night, Josh Allen against the Falcons. That's going to be big. Egbuka at 4 o'clock. Jordan Love at 4 o'clock. Metcalf on my bench with 10. Not ideal. We're going to go back to mine with Nims. These games are on commercial, by the way. The Steelers is just coming back. Boom. Let's go back to the Panthers. Hmm. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Dude, that throw earlier from Rodgers there in a bucket. I mean, look, I love that hand technique from Metcalf. Aaron Rodgers got to hit him. I would love to go back and analyze that. Like receiver tech is the way that he, as he's running his route and he's getting into that stem, he like pushes his left shoulder forward and almost like judo, like he like beats him to that aerial space, which then lets him almost use the Browns player to like re-accelerate almost. Oh, well done from Broderick Jones, the much maligned first round pick from Georgia, who I love. He's had to play left. He played left tackle in college mainly. Has had to play right tackle mainly for us since coming into the league because of injuries and other people starting. And then there, I think, Rico Dowdle again, dude. He is no, it's hurt so much. Oh, sorry, I'm not showing that. My bad. Okay, here we go. Rico Dowdle. Steelers are gonna get 4-ish on first down here. No, another great run. Granted, Cowboys defense. Look at this. Honestly, probably should have even got. I don't know. That one offensive lineman just went out there chasing shadows. Trayvon Diggs just was like, "Excuse me, I got a tackle to go make." Yo, what up? Welcome back in, Ewok. Is the Gamba still active? Gamba. One more Gamba announcement. He let me borrow his car for a year. Repay off my debts. Now we're talking. I need to fix. Aaron, zip. Great throw. Yes, sir. Roman Wilson, the second year guy out of Michigan. We haven't seen much of him so far. He was hurt for a good bit last year. What we love and a lot of people love about him is he is a tenacious blocker. He's a nitty gritty kind of player, as you'd expect from like a Harbaugh led Michigan player. Panthers here, 2nd and 6, little check down. Rico's getting the ball again. I mean, just it's the Rico show, and I'm gonna vomit. I'm gonna vomit. Let me show you. Hold on. Skirt. Where now my buddy Dave has him now. Rico Dowdle. Hold on. Skirt. Okay, Steelers with the ball. 1st and 10. Great cutback from Jalen Warren. Way to get 7, 8, 9, 9, 9. We'll stay. That sounded like a German saying no. Um. Okay, he let me borrow his car for a year. Thank you. That's what Brett's. Whoa, that sounds good. Ewok. Learning. Where is learning? Oh, Nim. Oh, that's right. I have the Halloween like preset or not preset, but like I have a Halloween based ones going on right now. Is there a learning? Yo, I need 9. Uh, Nim, do you mind finding me the learning, especially if there's a Halloween learning, please? Pretty please. Love you, dog. 2nd and 1 here from the Steelers. Mariners and Blue Jays in baseball. Quick pitch, great feet from Jalen Warren. Aaron Rodgers wants to go lead the block. He was eyeing up somebody. He's like, I was about to detonate you, dog. I was about to detonate you. Devin Bush, former Steeler. It'll be 3rd and 3. Look at Delpit. Great footwork from Jalen Warren. Hello, game. Come back to me. All coming back to me. Let me refresh this. Sorry. Ewok and Cock. Yeah, so in fairness, that learning one was what a throw from Aaron Rodgers right as we get back. 3rd and 2, down the seam. We love when we target Darnell Washington, aka the Big O. Yeah, I had learning enabled on my main 7TV emote package thing, but not that one. Dude, what a throw, man. Okay, the Panthers here at first and goal. Probably going to be another Rico Dowdle touchdown. I'm going to puke. Last time we'll say it, probably not. We're going to try to, though. You didn't see a Halloween one? No worries. I appreciate you looking. Dude, this is what I'm saying. Darnell Washington, 4 targets all season. He's got 5 today. I mean, he's 6'8", 270. He can hurdle people. Panthers here at the goal line. Bryce Young under center. They're sending Thielen in motion, I think. Or no, Thielen might be back with the Vikings. I don't even know anymore. Panthers. Oh, Bryce. Is that Tate again? 2 touchdowns today for Tate. Well done from Bryce, too. Tight coverage initially, and then, what was I going to say? Great throw. Well, I'm happy for you, indoor kite. I'm happy for you, bud. I really am. I say that with sadness in my soul. Great. Well done from Bryce Young. And well done from Tate McMillan to get open there. I mean, he has to keep working backside of the end zone. Got to have good footwork because you can't, if you step out of bounds when you're not forced out and you're the first to touch the ball, it's illegal touching. Really well done from Tate. Okay, I want to show y'all this sadness real quick. So as you can see in the bottom left of my screen, this is my main league. Again, the one that I'm in with some of my best friends in real life. We've been doing it for 15 years. We have literal draft parties where we've at times had what's it called? Like we rented out Airbnbs. So as you can see here, bottom left, Rico Dowdle. I know you can't see the whole screen, but it's Rico Dowdle. Your boy drafted him. I'm the Love Shack. Drafted him. I kept him for the first 4 weeks, and I dropped him last week on Tuesday. On Thursday, they announced Chuba Hubbard's gonna be out, and since then, 32 and 31, I'm gonna puke. Literally drafted him. So I'm a Georgia Bulldog, first and foremost in football. I graduated from there, but I also am a huge South Carolina fan as well. Like the Gamecocks. So like that, if for no other reason, well, I thought Rico Dowdle would be better at Dallas. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, by the way, these are what my games are showing. One's in a commercial break, and I don't know what's going on with the Steelers. This is not on me. This is on CBS, I believe. I'm gonna refresh one more time. But as you can see, yeah, I drafted him. I kept him for 4 weeks, and then of course I drop him last week, dude. And now, even when Chuba Hubbard comes back, it's gonna be hard to displace this. Like, he looks incredible. Granted, again, Cowboys defense, you know, take that with a grain of salt. Okay, so anyways, that stings the nostrils. Aaron Rodgers has been incredible. We love to see it. These are the games. But I'm happy for you, for real, though. Yeah, I thought he'd be better with the Cowboys, A, and then B, so I was like, he could be there for the Panthers, but it was, if nothing else, it was like, when I can, in later rounds, like, I'm gonna draft some Bulldogs and some Gamecocks when I can. Alright, 1st and 10 from the Steelers. Oh, he's got him. Doesn't miss it this time. DK on my bench. You love to see that too. Hell yeah. But I don't care. What a throw. I want to see the beginning of the play too and the all 22 coverage. Does he start in the slot here and it's kind of like a will route? No, he's on the outside. Just beats him. Little double move. Little skirt. Foot in the ground. Perfect throw. Aaron missed him earlier on a chance for a big touchdown. He wasn't going to miss him again. Perfect throw. And this is against the best defense, or one of the best defenses in the NFL. You love to see that if you're a Steelers fan. Okay, the Panthers have retaken the lead against the Cowboys. Let's go to the game day. Hold on, let's wait for this kickoff. And that's that. No one gets hurt. Chris Boswell makes the extra point. Steelers up 24-6. Math. Still 17-3. Rams are up on the Ravens. Ravens do have the ball on a 3rd and 14. It looks like, hold on. The Cardinals are 24-24 with the Colts. Seahawks are up 20-12. Sorry, they're up 8. Tua dropping back, down 13 at home. Oh my God. What a throw in the end. Is that Alex Ingold, their beloved fullback? I remember in the Hard Knocks season when the Dolphins were on Hard Knocks, he was getting so much love. So much love. But a great throw from Tua. I thought Derwin did it, dog. Remember earlier, yes, Tua threw an interception, but it was a great break. Or like, that one would have been even a better break. I thought Derwin James actually had that. What a layout from one of the best safeties in the NFL. Is Thielen back with? He's back with Minnesota, not right? Okay. These are where the games are. We got commercials. That's why I'm hiding them. These are pretty cool setups. I like my setup here. All right, going back to the Panthers, Cowboys. Yeah, same. I've been obsessed with it. As you know, I play it all the time, all the places. Is it more George Pickens? Yo, Sky Bass? Sky Base? Oh my god, George Pickens is a freak. Oh, look at it. He wants all the smoke at the end, too. But of course, I'm going against him. I'm going against him. Neat. Neat, Nim. Very neat. Cool. Dude, he's so good. And again, and I hate to, I don't actually don't want to bring it up. But you know what I talked about earlier where I go, ugh, I thought it was bad. Look, I mean, he's just shaking off. I think he shakes off J.C. Horn, who's a very good cornerback in his own right, also a Gamecock. Shakes him off, wants all the smoke. Oh, maybe a late shot on Dak too. Doesn't even care. Gorgeous shot of Pittsburgh from up in the hills here near the Three Rivers. Cowboys, 1st and 10, down 3. Great field position. I think they're probably what now at like the 30-ish, 28. That was a big play to Pickens. Of course, I'm going against him. He's a little tired. He says, I want to get back in, though. Sky Bass. Sky Base. It's a bass in the sky who plays the bass. This was so good from Aaron Rodgers, waving him back, and then the throw, the catch is incredible, near parallel to the ground, and just plucks it. 2nd and 8 from play action, roll out from Dak. He's pointing. Oh, almost a great catch. Who's that? Schoonamaker from Michigan. Aaron Rodgers, so good. Okay, 1st and 10 from the Browns, down 17. That's math, right? Yep. Great throw. And in fairness, though, that's what the Steelers, if we are weak in anywhere, it's like right in around the hash marks, which is sadly where a team probably should not be weakest. But whether it's those like deep ends, the drag crossers, or tight ends down the seam, that's sometimes where we're vulnerable. Definitely the drag crossers and the deep ends. Okay, 1st and 10 from the Browns. Quick 6 yards. 14 minutes ago. Great throw from Dak out to Jake Ferguson. That'll be a 1st down for the Cowboys. Down 3. They're almost certainly already in Brandon Aubrey range. Oh, great route there. Oh, man, from Jake Ferguson. Bad throw from Gabriel. Chancey Pants Games. Chancey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you guys. Damn, we're about to hit the next follower goal soon, I think. We're 3 away from 440. I appreciate you guys. Another time the Browns are attacking us down the seam. Njoku. Actually, it's a great throw. I take that back. Looks like it goes through Njoku's hands. Now, granted, it's not if it's this sport's so much more nuanced than it looks. Like, yes, it could go through a player's hands like that, and it's still somewhat the fault of the quarterback at times. And you hear the great quarterbacks tell you, like, what's one of the lessons you learned over time? It's like knowing when to take off, like to take off some of your zip. Now obviously you will learn over time. Oh, TJ right behind him affects that. I think he even hits the arm there. On a huge 3rd and 2 too, by the way. TJ, incredible. Remember when Micah chased down Micah? Packers are playing the Cowboys a couple weeks ago. It's a game that ends up in a tie, and Dak Prescott has a chance to go win it. They are literally there at the end. He looks like he's literally scrambling free, and he's probably going to be able to walk in. And Micah Parsons chases him down, backside pursuit, doesn't give up on the play, and tackles him. Huge game-saving tackle, tie-saving tackle. Obviously different circumstances, but your elite player, backside pursuit, not giving up on it. Love to see that. 4th and 2, easy pitch and catch there. What was I saying right before? Ooh, that might have hurt Eccles. So as a quarterback develops, they obviously learn how to take some off of it when you're going like layered passes, right? You're putting arc on a ball. You like think of Aaron Rodgers' throw to DK Metcalf for our last touchdown, right? You take some off, you arc it, or you layer it. But sometimes even on the ones like it's like a post where normally you want to step and zip, there's still a process of you want to take some zip off of it sometimes when you don't need it. Because, like, just because the receivers work on Jugs machine doesn't mean you should make your pass be like a Jugs machine. And there's a little bit on that throw to Njoku. Still probably should have caught it. Went through his hands. Almost ended up in an interception for the Steelers. Commercial here at Pittsburgh. Flipping around real quick. They're also showing this game. (24-24) Rams. The Dolphins scored. Was it Achan? Please tell me it was Achan. Please, need it. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. We really needed it. Yes, we did. Sorry, Nim. Hopefully no more George Pickens would be cool. Okay, both games. Let me go back to the Cowboys one quickly. Scoop, quickly. Also on commercial break. We love commercials. We're going to show them because that's what we do, I guess. If I had to do it, you do too. Turtle Gamer, I appreciate the follow. Sorry, Turtle Gamer. 2026. I'm voting for him next year in the midterms. Turtle Gamer, 2026. Will it cost you to come build this chair for me? Bro. What do you even... I need Creed Seed. Oh, wait. Oh, no, you were asking Z. Man, get out of here. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Okay, hiding these for a second. Me and Nim in a tight one. Alvin Kamara actually getting some points. Cool to see. Brenton Strange hasn't done anything. You know, I kind of jinxed him earlier, I think. That's on me, I guess. In my main league. Uh-oh. Okay, Tyler Warren with a few more points. Same with Daniel Jones. We don't love that. Dude, on Thursday night, y'all might remember the Eagles played the Giants. And there was one play where Jalen Hurts freaking has Devonta Smith for not only a big game, but it's probably going to be like a 60-yard touchdown. And he overthrows him. And he wasn't even under that much pressure, if I remember correctly. That's what's frustrating. All right, here we go. Another gorgeous shot of Pittsburgh on this fine October night. This is why we love sports. College football, incredible yesterday. That Georgia-Auburn game, cinema. Absolute cinema. Unless you're an Auburn fan, I guess. Here we go. Back here in Pittsburgh. Gorgeous October night. Fall. I love this time of year. If y'all don't know and you like spooky movies, join the Discord. Patrick Queen, go and feast, son. Save this man's life. Blow that play dead. Dude, Patrick Queen just went and enveloped him. The Discord, we're doing something called Spookorama every day this month. We're showing at least one movie, spooky movie, in the Discord. You obviously don't have to, you don't have to show, you don't have to talk. There's a chat, so it's just like typing in a Twitch chat. If you want to like type your thoughts, obviously don't spoil it if you've seen it before. Yeah. So that's happening also. Last night we watched Jeepers Creepers. Obviously, last night we actually college football. We watched college football for a bit. Then I kept showing college football, but then I left to go watch it with my family, the Georgia Auburn game. Then we watched the UFC fights. All paid for. I'm subscriber to all. I paid for the pay-per-view UFC Fight Night, or UFC, what was it, 321 last week? Okay, Panthers here. Tie ball game. Bryce Young, this is a great opportunity. You're on a national well, no, this is not actually national coverage. This is my local. But you're playing the Cowboys, tie ball game at home. Honestly, if you're a Panthers, you have an 8-minute drive here, a methodical 8-minute drive, and you go win this game on at least a field goal. Don't leaving the Cowboys little to no time left. That's your goal here. Nice methodical drive. Speaking of drives, the Browns are driving. They're almost in the red zone. They're at the Steelers' 24-yard line. Gabriel and shotgun, 1st and 10. Big divisional match here, especially for the Steelers. Last week, that's nowhere. Last week, Steelers were on a bye, and then every other team in the division lost. So that was neat. Then we have a chance to win another one. That would be fire. Oh, okay. That was obviously late, or not like that. How do I word this? That was obviously a replay in slow motion, and slow motions make those look worse. I would like to see that at live speed, but at that speed, it looked late. Patrick Queen's been everywhere. Guy with juice. They need to put Shador in games over already. I'll get back to that. That's a good. I like that thought. Well, let me get back to that. 2nd and 10. I will say, to summarize, I think Gabriel's played well. Like he's had some. Oh, that's it. Maybe maybe you should have that one back. I mean, it's good directing. Left-handed, you're rolling out to your left. It's a tough throw, but you probably got to make that. Okay, maybe put Shador in. I think he's made some really, really good throws. In rhythm, incredible zip, great ball placement, and then he's missed some that he probably should have. I also like your name, Guy with Juice, because we're all about juice around here. Is the juice worth the squeeze? That kind of stuff. Juice me up, Poppy. Okay, the Browns with 9 passes, 2 rushes on this. Given that this drive started with a couple minutes left in the third quarter, maybe a little imbalanced. You didn't have to abandon the run game, so to speak. Yeah, delay a game, guys. You didn't have to, what's it called? You didn't need to abandon the run, I would say. It's only 17-point game, at 3 possessions, but I think we should. How do I word this? When it got to us, of the people that were left and whatnot, I think he was still left. I wanted Jackson Dart. If we were going to go quarterback, and I know that's easy to say now, but I'm an SEC guy, Georgia grad. I watched Jackson Dart carve up our defense last year it was in Ole Miss, but yeah, I think it was at Ole Miss. Anyways, I watched him. I was very impressed. Watched him all year. Oh, great throw. Oh, that's going to be a targeting. That's not ideal. There's flags everywhere here. Panthers, I hope he's okay. That's not a great throw there from Dylan Gabriel, getting a lot of yards. They'll obviously get more yards because of the possible targeting. But I wanted Jackson Dart. I will say I ultimately love the Will Howard in the 6th round. Will Howard lit it up during the playoffs last year. I really like Will Howard, and for the 6th round, love that. But I also think it's brilliant not to use again, if you got your quarterback last year in your draft, right? Like if either Shador or Dylan Gabriel or Jackson Dart's the guy for the Giants, or Tyler Shaw eventually for the Saints. Okay, Jalen Ramsey with the hold, that's going to be declined. Unnecessary roughness, half the distance to the goal. So the Browns will be in like the 11, maybe the 9. They got the numbers wrong. I'm pretty sure they said 22 and it's actually 25. I mean, it is helmet to helmet. That's a bad hit. I feel bad, Panthers fans. I guess I jinxed you because I said what you would like here is a methodical drive that maybe takes 8 minutes off the clock and you get at least a field goal. Instead, y'all used. I guess the bright side is you use so little time that now you might get the ball back with some time if the Cowboys go and score. But they used 30 seconds off the clock and then punt it back. Not how you draw it up. Okay, their training staff's looking at them. The Browns are going to be at first and goal. To finish my point, if a team got their franchise quarterback in this past year's draft, that's all that matters. But as a Steelers fan, us not going early in any of these quarterbacks, whether it was Shador, whatever. Hold on, back to the Steelers. First and goal. It was at the 7.5. Okay, Dylan in the shotgun. 2 to his right. 3 if you count the tight end. Run the ball. Big hit in the middle. Patriots game's close. I wish I could get it. I only got local games and I don't pay for the package. What was I gonna say? Oh, to finish my thought though, this upcoming draft is a quarterback loaded draft, and executives and scouts and stuff have known that for a couple years really. The way that everything was shaken out with like extra eligibility and wow, miscommunication. You got to get your head around if you're a Brown. I mean, Dylan Gabriel's under fucking. What is he supposed to do? He's got one of the best pass rushes in the NFL barreling down his neck. Like, what are you to do? The accuracy's there. That's as JJ Watt says, the accuracy as well. But yeah, we've known that this was going to be a loaded quarterback draft coming up because of the way that eligibility and stuff worked out after COVID and the transfer portal stuff. So all of that said, I love the Steelers getting Will Howard in the 6th, knowing that there are quarterbacks to be had this upcoming draft. 3rd and goal from the Browns, down 17. Let's go. What up, Henneth? Let's go, Packers. Oh, I mean, there was a wrestling match indeed. Well said, JJ. I mean, okay, so you're allowed to touch within 5 yards. My only thing is like both of them are battling, and he just it's yes, it sucks that our guys gets absolutely ragdolled by Jerry Jeudy, but that should just be a no call. That's a no call. How is that close? You from Pittsburgh, bruv? No, I'm not. I am not from Pittsburgh. My professional teams are weird. I didn't grow up with my real dad in my household. So when I was old enough to start really getting into sports, I took all my dad's team as like, if nothing more than a bonding, all his professional teams. Hold on. 1st and goal. They're still in the shotgun. Jerome Ford is, we're all over him. That's intention. I mean, that's hard to call that, but that feels like it could be an intentional grounding, right? Like that's never going to be called, but he's inside the tackle box. But it's one of those like there's a receiver in the area, I guess. They're verifying that. So I always say with intentional grounding that you need to have 2 of the 3 in your favor, right? Like you gotta check 2 of the 3 boxes, and I guess on those kind of plays, there's always a receiver in the. I don't know. Anyway, 2nd and goal, good pass rush from us. I'll get back to that story about my teams. Actually, well done, Nick Herbig. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Nick. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, okay. They're actually showing here's the Patriots right here. Good throw. Drake May. They're driving down 6. 8 minutes to go in New Orleans. Oh, we got numbers coming to eat, baby. Golcom also in there if Nick doesn't get there. Archie Manning decent. He's gotten better as the year goes on. He's a bummer for me because I do a college football SEC only draft, and I use my 1st round pick on him. And I've been starting Gunnar Stockton last couple weeks. That's how I feel about that. Dylan Gabriel, 3rd and goal. Jerry Jeudy. Oh, Joey. Good coverage from Joey Porter Jr. there. Probably should have had that pick, but it's all good. I mean, they're down 17, 9.5 to go. You got 3 timeouts. In my opinion, you kick the field goal, right? Because you're going to need a field goal or something anyways, right? Even if you get 2 touchdowns and 2-point conversions, you're going to need a field goal. I think there's a command for this. Is it teams? Squads, maybe? There it is. I guess it doesn't say that. But, and I need to put this in the command. Basically, yeah, I didn't grow up as a bonding thing. I took all my dad's teams when I was young. And he is from the Northeast. So even if let's say hypothetically, He was born in the 50s, so he was in the 20s, his 20s and the 70s, right? Let's say hypothetically he bandwagoned to the Steelers in the 70s, okay? In fairness, he never wavered from that in the 80s or the 90s or the 2000s. Well, the 80s and 90s more relevantly. And so anyways, he's a Red Sox fan, a 76ers fan, and a Steelers fan. So those were my three teams, professional. Now with basketball, I wouldn't really say I have any team. I think that command says that. Really, but I mean, I grew up. I loved Allen Iverson. I mean, I still have an Allen Iverson poster from when I was a kid over there in my closet. It's rolled up and whatnot, but all right, let's hide this. Love Allen Iverson. So I actually fucked with the 76ers too. It worked out. But that's why I'm a Steelers fan. I'm not from there. I took my dad's team, and even if you bandwagoned, he stayed that, and then that just became my squad. All right, let's check our fantasy boys. Okay, around the league. So Nick and Lux are playing. Nick is favored to win by 20 as of right now. He has Rico in this league. How did he waiver him? How do you see that again? On ESPN? History, trade, interested in. I'll have to look at that later. Yeah, okay, so he's playing Lux. No, I'm sorry. Nick is playing Hoodie. That's what that is. Boom. Lux is playing the homie Bowie. Ooh, Bowie. Oh, he didn't set his lineup. I gotta text him if there's anything he can salvage. So he can put Michael Penix in for CJ Stroud. He can put. Fuck. That's all he has. I might make an executive because my phone's on the charger. I might do that for him. No, I shouldn't do that. No. Shouldn't do that. Matchy's playing Tuck, and Sativa's playing. Let's get these games back on. One's on a commercial break. The other one's getting close here. Boom. All right, that's me and Nim. The Steelers game on a commercial break. It's hot. This is no more beanie time. 6 minutes to go. Still 27-27 here in Charlotte. Panthers are going to run the ball. I appreciate y'all being here. I think there's a waiver tab in the main league screen. Oh, yeah, there is. I was hoping I could see it from his little, like, player portrait thing. Like I was able to show with mine, or in my other league, where you could see I drafted him, I wavered him on the first, and, like, his transaction history. Like, that player's transaction history. Okay, in the shotgun, 2nd and 8, 5.5 minutes to go, deep in his own territory. Good pass protection. I mean, if you're Bryce Young there, you got to be, like, way too static of feet, right? Like, just because your pass protection's good, you still need to be, I mean, I know here I am on Twitch and he's a quarterback, but you know what I mean? Like, he knows that. Like, especially given there's room, if there's no throw there, he could roll out. Like, he should already have been, like, tapped and then starts drifting, and then go if he needs to. We've talked about that rollout. Sometimes it's design. It's a play action rollout. You try to hit that crosser coming back across the grain. But Mahomes and Kelsey have almost made that a play within a play as just like an improv thing you can do. That another low, like, that's the thing. Sometimes Bryce looks really good, and then other times you see throws like that, and it's just, there's a couple that are just so low. The delivery's so low. Okay, the Steelers up. 9 minutes. We want a nice methodical drive here. There's a flag on the Cowboys. That's going to be big for the Panthers. They're going to maybe call pass interference. They did. He came through early. Deep childhood thoughts. My bad. Gonna go drink some miso soup to feel happy. Oh, I would fuck on some miso soup. South Carolina. I used to live in Columbia. Yep. I grew up in hold on. Sure. Oh, Rico Dowdle. So I grew up on the western side of South Carolina near the border with Georgia, and that I spent like some years there. No gain for Gainwell. The OGAI for real. Yo, guy with the juice, I appreciate the follow. Yeah, it helps when you have the plug. I don't even remember what I was gonna say. Okay, locking it back in. 2nd and 3, under 5 minutes to go. That pass interference huge for the Panthers there. Bryce Young with 3 touchdowns today. Ooh, cheeky little play. Kind of gets cluttered into themselves there. Some of those blockers on the perimeter for the Panthers just get absolutely meshed. Okay, 3rd and 8 from the Steelers. We've only been able to run out like 2 minutes. We're going to call a timeout and try to get into a better play. Browns in that too high coverage. We don't love the look of that with everyone else at the line of scrimmage right there. Okay, boom. 4 minutes to go. 3rd and 1 from the Panthers near the 40-yard line. They probably need about 30-ish, 35 to get in a comfortable field goal range. Play action, pull it up. Love that play design there. Don't hurdle. Careful. Okay. So many hurdles just end up in knees to the face now because they're not getting put on TikTok, dude. And we've seen it for 20 years now. People trying to hurdle more and more and more and more and more. Look at that from the Cowboys. Almost everyone at the line of scrimmage, single high safety. Love that play design or play call there. Not the design's not that much. All right, Henneth, I appreciate the lurk, my guy. Quickie Mart. Ooh, yo, scoop me some Rillos if you can. All right, Steelers here, 3rd and 8. On their own 30-yard line. Little under 8 minutes to go. Right at 4 minutes ago in Charlotte. Panthers 27-27 with the Cowboys. We're going to try to get y'all cut up. The Dolphins are still down 6, but they have the ball. The ball a little short. And the good news is tackled inbounds. A ref signals clock keeps running. Love to see that. Love to see that. They hurdle in Little League now, yeah. And try to one-hand catch. Like, you start seeing people at the top, you want to emulate them. You go in the backyard that night, the next day, and you try to do it, and boom. Dude, Rico Dowdle, monstrous day. That's 28, at least 28 points. That makes me want to puke. And the sad thing is I need another running back, especially with Bucky Irving hurt, and like kind of banged up in and out this year. I needed Rico. I needed another running back. The reason somebody like, why did you drop? Even if of course, Rico hadn't done anything of note. I think he had 16 total points through the first 4 weeks when I dropped him. But it's like, still, why would you drop him for AJ Dillon? Some might know, and especially Eagles fans, like 2 weeks ago, I think it's against the Bucks. Near the end of the game, Saquon is running the ball and he kind of bends his knee back and it didn't look good. He kind of hobbled. He stayed in the game, and then he ran the ball on the next play. He got tackled for like a 1-yard loss. It just didn't look good. The rest of the game, I don't think we saw him in. So I thought it was going to be one of those that, like, yes, he played another down, so people aren't going to immediately speculate that he's hurt. And then the Eagles want to be like hush-hush with it as much as they're legally allowed to be hush-hush with it. And I thought I would be cheeky and get A.J. Dillon before people knew that Saquon might get hurt. And then apparently it wasn't that bad. Saquon is an actual freak. And it wasn't bad at all, and he was playing the next week. I don't think he did too much, but yeah, that's that. That's why I dropped him for A.J. Dillon. I thought I was being too cheeky for my own good. 4th and 3, they're out of field goal range here. I do agree with the decision to still go for it, given where you're at on the field. Like, how much territory can you really gain? 15, 20 yards realistically with a punt? Great throw and route there. Who is that? Is that Winfro? Who is this? The gym rat receiver. That's got to be Winfro. What a route. What a throw. That one's elite from Bryce Young. And now they have all of the initiative with the ability to try to run the ball, milk the clock, make the Cowboys use their timeouts. They're in field goal range. 2 minutes to go. Granted, there are still 3 stoppages of play. They do need to try to go and get at least one more first down to make this really clean. They're going to use one of their timeouts, I think. Oh, no, they ran it. My bad. I get what happened. Clock ran it down to the 2-minute warning. Easy peasy. That's in Charlotte. Let's whip around real quick. The Patriots are still up 6 with the ball. Dolphins still have the ball down 6. See what's happening. Oh, my bad. Okay, we're caught up. The Dolphins actually have taken the lead. How did they do that? Scoring plays. First quarter, fourth quarter. Darren Waller, 7-yard pass from Tua. 27-26. Now the Chargers with the ball. Only 17 seconds left on the clock here in Miami. San Diego, lot of people real high on them, rightfully so. Got to be said. They started off really well and then kind of have petered lately. Peter Cottontail. Yo, I appreciate the follow. Here we are in Pittsburgh. The Accusure is loud. I think they probably just played Renegade, maybe. Although maybe I think they do it in third quarters actually. Yo, I appreciate the follow. 1100 movies and Trey 2007. I appreciate the follows for real. Very hot, very cute. Okay, Browns first down. We're swarming. Love to see that. Love to see that. Okay, there's 17 seconds left in that game. They do just need to get in field goal range. Your boy's getting hungry, must be said. Okay, we got both games showing. Okay, let's focus up. Lock it in. 2nd and 9. Dylan Gabriel. I've been in the shotgun almost all of today. Him and 44. Why am I blanking on him right now? They have had a good chemistry today. Hankins, maybe? Hannon? Third and 1 here. At the 40. Love the clock. Just tick, 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 tick. 2 yards in a pile of dirt. We'll play that game right now. We will play that game gladly. Yeah, appreciate the follow. So many pimps. My dad got tickets for the Penn State Ohio State game this year for his birthday. I'm jelly. Would have been even more. That's first off fire. I mean, college football is so dope. Y'all know it's my favorite sport. Going to any game, especially a conference game, is a privilege. If the Penn State was still top, that would have been an incredible game. All right, Rico Dowdle, more yards. I'm not mentally mature enough to watch him even ball out half this well for the rest of the season, given I dropped him just last week in fantasy. Nick Herbig again. I fucking love him, dude. When we drafted him, obviously the comparison, you have white outside linebacker from Wisconsin, right? TJ Watt comparisons. But what we kept saying was, he has a really good bend for someone out of college. He has a great bend. And one thing is, working with TJ, he's going to learn hand fighting shit, and that was on display there. Great hand fighting by Nick Herbig to just and then go around the speed. Yo, Weidenbach, is that German? Wiedenbach. Oh, Jalen Ramsey. Let's go, baby. They're going to have 4th and 12. Chargers going for a field goal at the end. Fuck, good comms. They got down in range. Damn, the Dolphins can't buy a win, brother. I almost feel for them. So Panthers here just trying to ice this game, really. The Cowboys are going to use their last timeout as the clock ticks. Surely it's going to be 3rd and 1. Yep, they used their last timeout. Steelers are swarming. The Dolphins have used the timeout. I got to refresh this. What's happening? Chargers made the field goal. There's 5 seconds left. The Dolphins have no timeouts. The Dolphins can't, some team is about to get an incredible offensive coordinator. Oh, dude, we have so many almost interceptions. It's ridiculous, but actually that's better than an interception unless you have the Steelers defense on fantasy. By the way, a turnover on downs should also count for 2 points, right? Like if on fantasy football, a defense recovering a fumble, 2 points. Interception, 2 points, right? A turnover on downs, I feel like, should be 2 points, right? Because you want to reward the right footballing play, and it's better to not catch that because you get better at field position. Not that field position matters for us, but you get it. Wow. And the Panthers just churn, and they might just go score a touchdown. But you shouldn't. You shouldn't. You should let the clock run down and then kick the field goal to win it. You know, not that it. Thankfully, it didn't bite the Georgia Bulldogs in the butt. But late in that Georgia Auburn game, the Georgia's already up 13-10. They have the ball, just trying to run the clock out. Really, they go to get a first down that would have iced it, and Gunnar Stockton goes and scores a touchdown, and then you can make the debate that he probably shouldn't have scored, and it's better to just kneel it at the 1 and then run the clock out and win 13-10 than it is to hold on to defense. Anyways, Panthers are run just one. They're going to kneel it here. There's 1 minute to go. Steelers are just trying to ice it. You start wondering, when do the Browns use their timeout? Yo, Enzyme, welcome in, dude. Sorry, I'm just now seeing that. As you can tell, I know that was 4 minutes ago. Normally, I reply to chat a lot faster. Same thing with you, Turtle Gamer. But we're whipping around. Cameron Dicker taking the lead here in Miami, and a big win. You got to feel for the Dolphins. Panthers are trying to go beat the Cowboys. I apologize it's taking me this long. Enzyme, welcome in. Panthers are going to go to overtime somehow, and Bryce Young is going to choke. That would be wicked, but I actually hope not for that franchise. Earnestly curious, are you covering the Packers next? I wasn't, maybe, just because this is taxing to like flip around and try to actually, because sure, y'all can go to YouTube, you can go to other places on Twitch. They're going to show you full screen, and they might not say anything. But I don't want to do that. I love this sport. I think I provide something different. I feel like I'm transformative a bit. So with that said, it can get tiring a bit. I love doing it, but it is exhausting. Like a social battery kind of thing. But with you saying earnestly curious that well, like well done, little play action, Jonnu Smith, big is that, come on, let the clock run. I kind of want to do it for you, to be honest. Okay, that's probably game over in Miami now. Yep. Dude, what's crazy is, if I'm not mistaken, didn't the Chargers got the ball back with less than a minute to go, and they go down, get in field goal range within 40-something seconds? That's damn impressive. Also, what are you doing, Dolphins? Okay, to win it for Carolina here in Charlotte, easy peasy. Big win for Carolina, who go to 3-3, and in that division, obviously the Bucs are really good and have been good for years. They're really good this year. They're one of my Super Bowl contenders. Generally speaking, the NFC South has been easy to win. Easy relatively, right? So, huge win for the Panthers. Love to see that. Let's try to whip around real quick. Third down and 2. The Browns have used several of their timeouts. 2 of them, in fact. Yeah, sorry, Enzyme. Earnestly, sorry. Panthers are going to read that. Memphis might go all the way. Memphis. In basketball? In college basketball? Memphis. In college football? Aunt Gabbana in college football? I love it. Are you a Memphis fan? You from Memphis? What was the result of the small prediction, by the way? I don't even remember. I forgot I did one. I'm earnestly curious. Can I have like $3? Not with your spelling of curious. Build a battle station. I am. Beer, food, and smokes. I'll watch you cover the Packers. Going to set you up on the TV. My antenna isn't picking on the game well. I love the comms. Great comms. Beer, food, and smokes. I'm guessing you're a Packers fan? Big win from it. Chris Boswell. Another person I dropped last week. Again, that was more sensible because... Was that blocked? What happened there? Okay, Chris Boswell is, in my opinion, the best kicker in the league, or he's at minimum tied for the best. Dude, he just got divot fucked by the field. Did Pittsburgh play? Oh, look at the dude. Huge divot. Both of his feet. He could have gotten hurt from that. Did Pittsburgh play? Okay, one of the thing that I have been championing more than anything in this sport is I think it is moronic that with as much money as not only in the NFL, but also in college football, that in scenarios where there is a NFL team that shares a stadium with a college team, or they share a stadium with a college game, I'll get back to that, we have to do a better job as schedule makers of making sure that they don't play in the same weekend. If one's played on Thursday, no, that wouldn't work, because then no. Just no, not on the same weekend. Simple as. Hold on. 1st and 10. We'll get back to that. 3.5 minutes. Darren Gabriel. At this point, so here's my thing. Again, overall, I think Dylan Gabriel has played well enough to deserve to start next week for the Cleveland Browns. Truly, 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 truly. But organizationally, I think if you're the Browns here, on this drive, you maybe should have considered Shedeur Sanders just to see what he gets in a live game rep. Now, you also don't, maybe not, because you don't want to send him in that position where the Steelers know you got to pass it. We got a great pass rush, and he's just going to be under duress a lot of the time. So maybe not. Maybe I take that back. But I do think that what's his name has shown himself well enough. It was a good try. True, I am. Don't love very much. I'm in Wisconsin. You don't. I think the last couple weeks, it's been a little, but I think at times he's incredible. Oh, dude, just throwing noggins into toboggans even. What was I saying though? Oh, stadiums. Okay, so another example. The University of Georgia plays the University of Florida every year at a neutral site. Chat, what's that neutral site? No, don't Google it. Don't Google it. No one Google. Where does Georgia and Florida play every year? Quickly. Anyone know? I'll give you a hint. On a field, my backyard. Great guesses. I'll give you a hint. The topic that I'm talking about is NFL stadiums sharing themselves with a college game. And Florida's in Gainesville, Florida, and Athens, Georgia. So what's the major city in between Gainesville, Florida, Athens, Georgia, that has an NFL team? I'll go ahead and tell you. It's Jacksonville, okay? So we play Florida every year in Jacksonville at Everbank Stadium, where the Jags play. In my opinion, and this one's so much easier, right? Because it's only one game, really. I think they also host a bowl game, but that's in late December and January. But the few times that Everbank Stadium has to host a college football game, the Jaguars should be away that weekend. Simple. It should be very easy. There's maybe 2-3 weekends where they just got to go, okay, Florida's this weekend, easy peasy. The Holiday Bowl or whatever would be there, that's this weekend, easy peasy. And then lastly, whatever. And they shouldn't. Same thing with Atlanta. The Falcons should never have to play home the same weekend as the SEC championship game. And I bring that up because I'm curious if University of Pittsburgh played on this field yesterday, and that's part of why it looks like a cow pasture. Even before Chris Boswell almost got hurt on the fucking turf. Sick, that great blitz package from Terrell Austin there. We're going to see if the ball's still live, but that little, you have the fire zone blitz from the linebacker, and he's actually going to stunt with the defensive end there. See how Nick Herbig comes on the inside of the left tackle's inside shoulder and pulls him there so the stunt gets more open on the outside? Give me Alabama. That's a good guess. That would be also kind of neutral from Georgia and Florida. But Georgia and Florida play each other in the Jaguar Stadium, and we've done it every year for a while. I think the one time we didn't is when that's the dude. He has had such chemistry with this game, this Fanning guy. But yeah, can anyone? I'll look it up. Hold on. University of Pittsburgh. I never thought in my wildest dreams I would be looking up the University of Pittsburgh schedule, college football schedule, but here we are. What is this? So October 11th. They were. Oh, that's right. I should have known this. They were in a big game against Florida State and actually won in Tallahassee. Okay, so first off, that didn't affect the field here. Let me walk my statements back a little bit, but I still maintain that overall, with as much money as is in both college football and NFL, this should not, they should not play on the same weekend. And again, some instances it should be easy. Like Atlanta, high school football in the state of Georgia, and I'm sure this is the case in most states, right? Like I know that high school football in Texas, for example, they play their playoffs, or maybe it's just the state title game. They play at least some of the bigger matchups in AT&T Stadium, right? In the state of Georgia, the playoffs are at formerly the Georgia Dome, and then now they're at Mercedes-Benz. Now, and of course, sometimes it's tougher, right? Like Mercedes-Benz Stadium also has to do Atlanta United games, but the MLS season is like what, like March through November, so that really doesn't affect it that much either. Anywho, Chris Boswell's my goat, and I hated to see him slip like that. We don't love that. Okay, we're here in that interim, right? Most games have kind of finished from the early lineup of matchups. I do want to check on fantasy real quick. Me and Nim still tightly. I'm projected a little higher. Alvin Kamara with 10. Theo Johnson. Bryce, dude, the Jets just stink. Super stink. We got Cam Ward playing now. Okay, and then in my main league, in Jigba, it finished with 30. How did Gainwell get 9? That's wicked. Okay, boom. This is with the Steelers game, which is still going on, but we're at a commercial break. Aaron Andrews interviewing Matt Stafford, another Bulldog. Although he doesn't really rep the Dogs that well and much anymore. Granted, he's from Texas, right? So, but he's never, like his wife, Kelly, who he met at the University of Georgia, does rep the Dogs. But, like he'll say, if you say like go Dogs in an interview, he'll say go Dogs. But you don't see him going back to big games and stuff, right? You think the Rams make a Super Bowl run? I do in a sense. Hold on. Let me get... Hold on. I can actually show you. So here's my... Okay. This was my like tier list at the beginning of the season. Isaiah, welcome in by the way. That's my tier list. So I had the Rams and the Bills in the Super Bowl as my two teams, with obviously the Ravens, Chiefs, Eagles, and then the Bucks and the 49ers, assuming they can stay healthy. But yeah, so that's everyone go juice that up. Juice that Instagram post up, please. Please and thank you. So your boy doesn't feel like a loser. Okay, let's hide this. No one cares about Tom Brady's let's fucking go player of the game. Let's fucking go to the 4:30 kickoffs is what I'm saying, you know what I mean? But I do want to see, okay, am I on the channel that one of the offensive linemen for the Browns shaking up? Hate to see that. I don't know if he's still there, but I actually don't get the Packers game. I get the 49ers and the Buccaneers. Yo, I appreciate the follow, Cookie Boy for life. I'm guessing for L15. I don't have Insta, but I opened it. My dog. Weidenbach. Turf fields don't matter, but there's enough money in the NFL that those fields should be much better. That miss is on the front office. Well, again, it changes when the I do see that the Pittsburgh Panthers played away in Tallahassee last night, so that definitely changes it. But I've just seen a lot of, like, I think just last year, correct me if I'm wrong, within the last 2 years, the Jaguars had to play at home the day after Georgia-Florida played. And so not only is that, it's a football game played the day before, and with even the best field crew in the world, that's tough, right? But Georgia-Florida is also a one of the better rivalries in all of college football, and it's two teams that even when they're not good or they're not great or even really good for some years, they still have a lot of incredible athletes. And so needless to say, those are some tough ass, hard fought matches where the field gets torn up. And I think within the last 2 years, the Jaguars had to do it. I think last year the Steelers had to do it after a Pittsburgh game. Now, Pittsburgh played Marshall, I want to say, with all due respect. Maybe not as gridiron, bang 'em up of a match as Georgia-Florida, but you get it. Cam Robinson's the one shaking up here. Again, you hate to see that. We have the 49ers and the Bucks here. Oh, great play there. Great play. From a third string defensive back, I think. Great break. I appreciate the follow. We've hit 440. That was nice. We went from 429 to 440, I believe. Do we watch Return of the King as one of the other screens since it's on? Imagine. We're just full copyright. Fuck it. Oh, dude, another tip ball, almost interception. But I agree. Don't make his head too big, please. This guy should get hired by ESPN or at least an independent contract sponsor. Thank you incredibly, Alan. Appreciate that. That means a lot. Secondly, in fairness, especially to other streamers, I went to the University of Georgia and one of my degrees is in mass media arts. So I literally have spent time in front of a camera, behind a desk, doing like sports. Like, well, first you kind of just start with basic news. You just practice working on the teleprompter, where your cues are, where the what camera you'll be on, and finding the red lights, those kind of things. I've also spent some time doing local radio, local high school sports radio. So a little background there, but I do genuinely appreciate it. This is much tougher because what makes this tougher is you're not only the commentator, you're kind of the producer, right? Because I'm having to switch between feeds, find the feeds. You're also the like technical engineers in the truck because I'm the one getting the audio. Like if I wanted you to hear stuff, and then I have it so where you don't hear the audio in my VODs for copyright's sake, and that way I don't have to get muted. Yeah, so there's a lot that goes into it. I appreciate y'all appreciating it and chatting and being here and whatnot, because that makes it all worth it. I think it obviously helps me showing the game. I've done this for years without showing the game. Then I did it for a year and a half where I would just show highlights on Twitter after they happened. And then now I'm at the point where it's like, NFL, come for me. What you're going to see is a passionate motherfucker who will only help enrich your product. And why are you limiting your boy? Let me spread your game. I get again, having studied broadcast journalism, the dynamic is in local coverage, right? Like if you live in Wisconsin and you want to watch the Packers game, they want you on the local channel that's supposed to have it. And if they're not supposed to have it, because they want you to have ESPN or CBS or whatever, and so ESPN's not a good example because Monday Night Football is a national. But when it comes to the 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock games in particular, they're tougher to watch because they're regional locked. And I can help bypass some of the regional lockedness, and that's where the rubber meets the road. I get that. But anywho. Okay, so somebody asked for the Packers game. It was Alan, I believe. I have the Bucks and the 49ers, so I'm actually going to call it. Again, we were in the Discord for 12-ish. I was for 12-ish hours yesterday, watching college football, watching the UFC fights, watching Jeepers Creepers. The next couple days are big for me. I stream every Tuesday, so I'm gonna call it. I appreciate y'all genuinely being here. Y'all are very cool. I'm gonna raid out real quick. I know everyone's gonna leave. I think I'm going to raid out. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I should be back next Sunday doing the same thing at 1 o'clock. Nah, I don't. No. No. Okay. I appreciate the algorithm that juiced me up. Yo, Nim, first off, I love you, dog. At the end, can we... let's start doing one of the other, because we talked about the commands and it flood and stuff. Let's do like 2 of them at the end of one stream, and then like two ones the next stream. And even if you forget which ones you did last time, which obviously is understandable, just do any 2 randoms. You know what I mean? As long as it gets spread. Yo, Shorty Parker, I appreciate it. The algorithm and Big Nasty with M16. I appreciate the follow, Shorty Parker. I'll be here next Sunday. I'll try to do this every Sunday for the 1 o'clock games, especially if the Steelers aren't like I get the Steelers. That's a big part of it, right? Sometimes I don't get the Steelers game, and that changes things. I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday. Good luck seeing your games. Good luck in fantasy football. Y'all hold it down. Stay bonita. Take care.